Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Black Sensei Society, episode number 51, and we're going to start it off real quick with a special announcement from our registered villain, because I'm sure he wants to get something off and show something off. So I'll let him start it out.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things getting off apparently. Uh, and he gave me the big screen. I just wanted to show because Miles, Random, Santo, they had some ideas going, and I was like, let me see if I could help. So I hit up somebody. They got it done, and I just wanted to show off a little prototype like DSS. Let me turn around for you.
That shit hard.
Yeah. So I mean, eventually I'll
white
y'all
immediately.
soon. But no, it's clean. It's clean. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. My friend Vonna made it. Random, don't make that face. I see you.
I even do nothing yet.
You just cut literally for no reason.
Yo, I'm Yuha. I had that future sight. No, but this is usually why I thank her. Say like something like, "Oh, she's beautiful, amazing," or whatever. I say something. She's like, "Oh my god, no one said anything about me before," but I ain't got time for all that. So, yeah, shout out Vonna.
Shout out, man. It looks good. It looks good.
Dope.
Hey, man, we keep grinding here. You guys keep on supporting us at the podcast, and we can start bringing out merch to the people, to the fans. And if you don't know how to support us, well, I could tell you a few ways. Well, you can become a member. Shout out our Bankai tier members, of course. We got Jaden, Leon, Sauce. They are part of our Bankai tier. As you guys could see, it's very easy to sign up. When you sign up, obviously, you're going to get your shout outs, of course. We're going to keep on up in the game. Bankai is the next level. Shikai, we appreciate everybody who's a Shikai tier too. You guys are amazing as well. And if you become a Bankai member, you can recommend an anime for us that we can, see as a group the moment you join up. The anime that were recommended this time was I forgot to change Nightbot. Oh, my bad. I completely forgot. I was supposed to edit Nightbot because it was tripping last time.
He's back on his villain arc. Nightbot is on its villain arc.
Yeah, last thing, we're gonna drop her socials like in the Discord and TikTok and all that. Make sure you follow her. If you don't, you're probably bitch made. So yeah, send her likes, simp, send her money. I don't know. Do it.
Simp is crazy.
Simp is
Simp is
insane. I don't know. Couldn't be me though. But yeah, no, go ahead, go crazy.
Hey man. So the anime we were told to watch, we'll talk about this real quick, was Gangsta, Moriarty the Patriot, Wistoria. People will catch up when they catch up. Fortunately for me, I actually ended up watching Gangsta already. I already watched Gangsta. Wistoria, I just recently watched. And Moriarty, I literally just finished watching before we started the podcast. Start off with Wistoria. It's solid. I'll give it to you, Lonnie. It's a good anime. I'm here with you, man. The fights and the animation, they're locked. I'm not mad at you. Will it be better than Black Clover? Yet to be seen, but Wistoria is solid.
It's off to a good start. And what's wrong with I don't know what you mean by different. What's wrong with Shiver of a Failed Knight? Has anyone else seen it?
No, we know your other recommendations, Lonnie.
I have to say, because I usually hit with my recommendation. I don't know what you mean by different. Just say it in the chat. But those fights in that anime hit.
Who else is in Wistoria other than Lonnie? Random?
So I'm caught up on Wistoria in the manga, and I never watched until, which is crazy. I never watched until now. I like it. I think they did a lot of really good things in terms of how I really like the one thing at least you just don't get in the manga. I really like how the world works, the magic works. Fuck Julius, fuck everything he about, fuck that nigga. Fuck Sion. I just don't like him. He's like worse than Temu Bakugo.
Cool.
Respect Bakugo's name. How dare you put him in the same conversation?
He's literally Bakugo.
He's literally not.
He's literally a carbon copy.
That's what he's Bakugo.
You want to know what Bakugo? You want to know what?
Wait,
Bakugo
wait. There's a Bakugo.
Yes.
Yes.
They're the same archetype. They're the same exact archetype.
It's literally a carbon copy.
Ty.
That's all you had to say.
Ty.
Wait, and Random likes him?
No, I don't.
Chill out, Ty. Ty was really good.
Ty. I'm the Bakugo hater, and I'm like, put respect on Bakugo's name. He's worse than whatever's lower than
What makes
Temu.
him
That's
worse,
what
man?
Scion is.
What makes him worse?
He's
Oh,
only
I
a
don't
12
know.
episode.
I don't know. During the crown contest, I'm gonna stop trying to win the team game to have my season 3 Bakugo fight with Will. I'm gonna stop the team game.
He wanted the smoke. He wanted the smoke. He said,
smoke.
"Fuck all that. He's like, yo, we got beef. Let's settle this right now." That's
And guess what? They didn't even settle it. They didn't even settle it.
And what's crazy is that
They
this is coming from Random, who always says, "Oh, this character needs his get back." That's what he did.
It was a Bakugo would never do that. Bakugo would never do that.
Didn't he go after Deku during the contest and lost because he was so fixated?
They were on opposite teams fighting each other. That made more sense than what Scion did.
If Bakugo was on the same team as Deku, he would
do the same exact thing.
But he wasn't. But he wasn't.
But he wasn't.
No, he wouldn't.
But he wasn't. No, he wouldn't.
We saw him on teams versus All Might. He didn't fight Deku. What are you talking about?
No, when they're first teaming up, I think he would want the smoke.
And I want to say, but I'm saying that Bakugo had more animosity because he had lost to Deku. He was like he was fiending. He didn't fight Deku.
But he also grew from them. Like, this is like the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
Ty. This is like this is like beginning of the first arc, and he's mad that the Bakugo character
Bakugo would never do that. Bakugo would never.
I'm just saying, I am not surprised Random hates him. I'm not.
Bakugo would never, and I'm the Bakugo hater.
Yeah,
Bakugo would never.
You think that he's worse than Bakugo, but they're the same. Are they the same archetype?
Just because they're the same, nigga.
You know what's crazy? Nearly right after they fought each other, they team up afterwards, and they were
No, they did not.
Yes,
Colette literally stops them. Colette literally stops them from fighting, and then the nigga goes to go fight Julius by himself, nigga.
No, we're talking about when they teamed up after.
Bakugo would never have done that.
But are they?
Bakugo would never.
To move on, are they the same archetype?
I'm the Bakugo hater, and I'm respecting Bakugo more than them. I'm the number one hater, and I'm respecting Bakugo more than them.
Are they the
respect on Bakugo's name?
That's love. It's love.
Come on, man.
Are they the same archetype?
Just because they're the same archetype,
That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
Nah,
so okay,
put some respect on
10
Bakugo's
minutes
name.
in on.
Put some respect on Bakugo's name.
Scion has
respect on
12
Bakugo's
episodes of character development. I mean, what do you expect, bro?
He's still trash. I'm caught all the way up on the manga. He's still trash.
So
You think Bakugo's still trash?
No, I respect Bakugo. I never said he was trash.
You don't respect Bakugo. Stop.
Yes, I clearly do. How many times do I have to say it? I just don't like. I respect the nigga.
Watch that TikTok that's coming soon, and tell me if you respect it.
This is like the pure animosity that he probably had for Bakugo at the beginning. He just has for this guy.
Then let me see even now. Bakugo was written better at this point in the story than Scion was. Put some respect on his fucking name.
Like 30 episodes in. Like 30 chapters in.
Ty. Go watch the show. Ty, watch the show. Then go back and tell me if he's it's 30 chapters in. I'm not gonna use that excuse because 30 chapters in, Bakugo was written better. I don't give a fuck.
What did he do in 30 chapters? You were glazing Bakugo out of nowhere.
I love it, Random. Don't stop.
I is crazy. Put some respect on Bakugo's name.
Okay. The other anime that I don't know if anybody else saw. If nobody else seen it, we don't have to talk about it. Moriarty the Patriot. Anybody else seen that one?
Nope, it's on my list.
It's on my list.
I watched the first two. I like it so far.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. And Gangsta. Anybody else seen Gangsta?
I've already seen Gangsta
a grip ago.
Yeah, I forgot who said it, but someone recommended Gangsta as well, and that's a little gem. Gangsta's a little gem. Nobody really talks about it. Straight action, and probably the most badass deaf guy I've seen in anime. So
hold on, real quick. If he can do, you know what? Where are you at in Naruto right now? Where are you?
Yeah, Random.
He said he had some questions the other day, didn't he? I'm assuming he got pretty far.
He restarted again.
Restarted what?
Oh my god!
Maz wasn't here.
Stop.
He restarted Naruto.
I restarted, but I'm halfway through the next arc after Sasuke. I'm literally in the chase of them running to go save Gaara.
He wanted to reread Land of Waves. So I was like, why not just reread Land of Waves and then go back to where you were? Like, I don't understand. Like, you want to just reread? Like, I don't know.
This guy's different, man.
It's very
Miles
different.
don't read the manga.
I feel like it was a random stray. I'm not gonna lie. It was random.
First day back, already catching them.
All right. With that said, shout out everybody who recommended anime for the Bankai tier. You can guys join up and also recommend an anime or manga we need to check out. Saw sent a $2 super chat. He said, "Cook his ass, Miles. Cook who?
Random. I just don't understand why he's restarting a series he wasn't even halfway done with. I don't get him. It sounded like excuses to me, but I'm gonna let you rock, Random. I'm gonna let you rock. Because when it's time for you to start One Piece, I'm gonna be on your ass.
No Diddy.
Oh, I ain't lie.
no
If you get to like Andy's lobby, then I'm restarting. Yeah, I'm gonna choke you through the screen. Like,
Yeah, we might have to.
bro,
watch
like,
the
don't
movie.
piss me off.
I'm not gonna lie.
Ken,
Ken, how do I become a member? Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Ken. You go to our YouTube channel. You can go up. If you're on your website, you just go to the channel. It should say become a member on there. Very easy to do. I know on the phone when you try to do it, it's kind of weird. I think iPhone doesn't allow you to do it on YouTube. It's kind of weird. But you could just go on your internet browser on your laptop and just go to our YouTube channel and become a member. Very easy. With that said, let us dive right into the news. Let's do it. Let's lock in.
For BSS News, there are two specific things I want to talk about. First thing, I kind of touched on this last week. There are 4 major studios in play for Kagurabachi: Madhouse, Ufotable, Bones, and Mappa. Now, I think this is very telling because I've been saying for the longest time that Kagurabachi is going to take over once like JJK and My Hero leave out. You know, some people had other options, but I always stuck by Kagurabachi's side. You know, so I never left Kagurabachi. So I want to get your thoughts on that. And also, apparently in the next episode of Bleach, there'll be 12 minutes of anime-only content. So I'm going to get you guys' opinion and see what type of content you guys think they will add. So we know that Kubo wanted to obviously add some things with Thousand Blow War. So I'm going to get you guys' thoughts to see what do you guys think they're going to add in there in that 12 minutes. And also what y'all think about Kagurabachi. You know, everybody found out of the best new gen right now.
If you want to speak with Kagurabachi, if Ufotable is interested in the anime, that makes me very interested. Because they don't obviously, Miles or Santo, correct me if I'm wrong, they don't put their names out for a lot of things, right?
Not really.
No.
So that makes me very excited.
Did Ty say Ufotable?
So what?
Did Ty say Ufotable?
He did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if Ufotable is interested, I feel like as another anime studio, if they're interested, then we definitely should be looking into them.
I think the names he named, wherever it goes, I hope it's not Mappa because their plate is full, but it's going to be in good hands no matter what. That's what I'm excited about. Whoever gets it is going to look good, and they can have a lot of fun with Kagurabachi. It's a very the way that power system works, it's very graphic. There's a lot of things they can do to make it look good. I'm excited. I'm not going to cap.
No, I also agree. I don't want Mappa because they have a lot on their plate and they want to make more Fujimoto's work like that. They just dropped a movie for him and it's doing pretty well, so they're probably going to be coming out with even more projects from him. And yeah, no, Ufotable would be dope because the only things that they're doing right now are Demon Slayer, Fate. Well, I don't even know if they're doing the new Fate. So it's Demon Slayer, Omniscient Reader, and then that's it right now.
That's it.
I mean, I'm just I mean, I would like Ufotable together because I mean what they're doing with Demon Slayer is great. The only concern that I may have is because a lot of like anime studios have been struggling personally, in my opinion, with what we're gonna get into in the main topic. I saw a tweet earlier about Sakamoto Days having issues, so I'm just skeptical at this point. I hope it turns out well because a lot of people are talking great things about this anime coming up, but I'm taking everything with a grain of salt at this point because I've been hurt by Blue Lock.
Kagurabachi, shout out, man. I respect what it's doing on a weekly basis. Kagurabachi, of course. And I just hope that in this situation with Kagurabachi, if it gets Ufotable, good. You know, get a Ufotable, get that anime, get that stamp of approval because at that point, Kagurabachi could be like the next Demon Slayer in a sense, man. That anime will carry, and that's fine. It's absolutely fine because Kagurabachi is a very solid series. At the end of the day, I just need Goku Rakuga to finally get its just desserts. It's a monthly, so it's going to take a little bit longer, but golf clap. Shout out Kagurabachi. Golf clap. Golf clap.
We ain't like that. That's crazy. It makes sense that they go after Kagurachi now because what in a year, 2 years, Miles, they're done with Demon Slayer fully.
Yeah.
At least they'll be in the last movie, making the last movie, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
as well
And they could do like 2 arcs because they're on like the third or fourth arc right now. So they could animate the first arc.
Oh, but also, I'm sorry. The most important news: the beginning after the end got announced.
Before we get there, let's answer Ty's other thing because we will get there.
He said, "Hold up, buddy."
I hope
like Debo did AJ
I hope
Terrell.
you stop your
Man.
toe
Pause.
later. I hope you stop your toe later.
Hey man, I'm just Ty asked the question. What did we think about the Bleach anime news? 12. You said 12 minutes of next
12 minutes.
episode or the next 2 episodes. 12
So the
minutes.
next episode, there will be 12 minutes of anime only content.
I think it'll probably be Soul King lore. At least that's what I'm guessing. But it could be anything. But it's also what Kubo wanted to put in the manga. So to me, it's canon because this is what he wants. So
Soul King lore could be Ichigo versus Uryu. That could be because they didn't really do much in the manga when they found. Yo, we'll talk about it more once we talk about it in Agenda Hour. Kubo, even though you're a troll, straight troll, you've been doing justice with this anime. This is super impressive what he's been doing with this anime. So keep cooking, man. I'm locked in. Bleach anime every week. I'm locked in. That shit. Okay.
Is the Bleach anime the anime of the year right now?
One
Yeah.
Piece.
Probably One Piece.
Give me Bleach. Nope. Give me Bleach, bro. Give me Bleach.
After that fan letter, they lied.
I'm
This
wrong.
new lore though, nah.
No, that fan let-
I
that fan
don't want people, man, bro.
but nah,
How do y'all feel about the pacing of the Bleach anime?
I think it's okay. Like some things feel a little fast, but then
Episode 1, because I rewatched it all today because I thought we might have talked about it for a minute. Episode 1 felt mad slow. When Yuha did his people are memeing it, his domain expansion, his malevolent shrine. I feel like that took a really, really long time.
that song because the song was
You
long.
talking about Ichibe or Yuha or Ichibe?
I say I say
you
Ichigo.
said Yuha. You talking about
You say
I
Ichibe?
say
Yuha.
Yuha. I meant Ichibe. My fault.
Ichibe's song was long, but I felt like episode 2 and 3 were kind of fast.
They
I
were.
think that like this previous episode with the Ukitake, I think is his,
Yukatake,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I'm terrible with names. I think that episode went by quick. Like with all his backstory and everything,
Mhm.
I think they could have really
Oh,
dove
that-
into that,
that's
but
the
I felt like
backstory
it
lore.
went really quick.
But I feel like we got everything we needed from in the
Yeah.
first one. When it comes to Ichibe, it was really showcasing like what Ichibe could do. Because like right after Ichibe got clapped by Yuha,
Violated. He got
he got violated by
He
Yuha.
got violated.
But it really showed you what Ichibe could do, and the animation when he was doing his thing,
Amazing.
oh my god!
And it was CGI, which that impressed me too. They did good CGI. I was actually shocked.
Facts.
It's crazy when they got up to the Soul King and they did like a panoramic scene. I was like,
No, they were really cooked. The animation is crazy. The
Yeah,
animation.
we'll talk about it because it deserves its own like talk. We'll talk about it in Agenda Hour. But Lonnie, continue.
Oh, yeah. The most important news from New York Comic Con wasn't the solo leveling trailer, wasn't the like releases for the other upcoming anime. The best isekai is coming, y'all. The beginning after the end. The director for it, like he's had some successful ones. I don't really like the studio, but like the animations that they showed so far, I think it's like cat whatever. It's like a basic one. They usually make generic animes, which is concerning.
How did they get such a big anime?
I think they were in a bidding war with
Such a
the
big
same
IP.
studio that made Solo Leveling, and then they ended up winning. So
They lost. A1 lost with all the money they have.
yeah, so I guess they really
like
wanted
that.
it. But
Damn.
at the same time, like the story, I don't care as long as it has basic animation. The story will carry. The story will carry itself. when it comes to isekais, like the main character is Himothy from Jump, and then like you see him like from 2-3 years old being being a badass, and the story just develops. The side characters are amazing. Power system is one of the most well-rounded in manhwa that I can think of, and yeah, it's just to me it's the best isekai. Most people have it like in their top 3, top 4, but to me it's number 1. And yeah, if they cook with this, then people are in trouble. people are people are in trouble.
So I just looked it up. Studio ACAT is the studio. The highest rated anime they've produced is a 6.76
Ooh.
rating on my anime list.
Oh, you might
And a
be
bunch of 5s and 4s.
That's what I'm saying. But
Oh.
they hired a decent director. Like he's had successful animes and stuff. So
These
That
anime, are
anime
not-
gets a 7.5. It's the greatest anime they've ever made. Lonnie, you might be cooked.
they just got to get good enough animation. I'm with one.
as long as it's based the story, because you guys have read it. Like the story will carry it, especially for the first season. And who knows? Maybe they're like, oh, this is cooking. Let's move on to another studio. Also, Crunchyroll's funding it. So
Yeah,
probably
because the
have
last few times they funded a manhwa, it really worked out.
I mean that God of High School is that,
Yeah, Noblesse Oblige was really cooking,
And
man.
animation was good though. The animation was good.
They better not cut story. Now that you say that, though, cut story. It's gonna be tough.
I mean, it's cool. It's amazing that they chose. Is it because they thought they weren't going to get the amount of attention since A1 has Sword Art, they have Solo, they have other things. They didn't think they were going to get the right amount
Well,
of
in terms of
attention.
popularity, it's like up there with Solo and all that. So like,
No, I'm talking about why they chose the studio that they chose. Not
the studio, I have no idea why they
Is
chose.
Sword Art still going?
I mean, they're still making. Didn't they just release a movie last year?
I sleep.
Exactly, but I know they dropped a movie last year, so they might, and they still got whatever's going on in the actual anime. You know, I don't think
Yeah.
they're just going to stop with where it stopped. But with Solo and all that, maybe they just thought they won't get the right amount of attention, which could be a legitimate thing. This isn't your dad's isekai here. This is an all-encompassing story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at some of the comments on my anime list about the studio, and this one guy said that Studio ACAT is one of the worst anime studios of all time. Yo,
No, it's not looking good.
You should have called you foldable and said, "We'll give you more money to take us and drop this."
This
shit."
might be like LeBron getting drafted to the Cavs. He might turn the whole thing.
hey, maybe we should.
Random, you might have to pull out that suit.
I might have to.
No, let's have hope.
If they mess this up, I will probably cry. I'm not gonna lie.
Beginning after end is good. I do like it. I think it's a good story, good power system. Let's have hope. Hope for now. With that said, let's move on to Agenda Hour. Let's do it. All right. There is plenty to talk about when it comes to Agenda Hour, of course, but let's revisit the conversation we were just having here in terms of the Bleach anime. Random, we know you need to be locked in Naruto, but you need to be locked in Bleach too. We need to
I got two things to watch before Bleach. Y'all can just spoil it. I'm not going to remember. It's fine.
This is the best time to be caught up with Bleach. Like, out of any anime, is the best time to be caught up with Bleach right now. Oh man, you're missing out. But let's talk about this Bleach anime and how much it's been cooking. We'll start. We'll start with Ty. Ty hasn't said anything in a while. What do you think about this Bleach anime right now and what it's doing?
From what I've seen, because I'm not caught up, I've seen a little bit, but from what I've seen, I'm happy that Kubo was able to get the story they wanted out. I think that's probably the most important thing. I think. The animation looks really good, especially the character models. Like the character models for Thousand Blue have been extremely consistent. So I think like it's a lot of anime in the early 2000s. Like sometimes the models be, you can very much tell different animators are working on different episodes. Like it's very obvious like how they would look inconsistent maybe here and there. But I think at least we're seeing a lot now with seasonal anime. The models are really, really consistent. So that's why I say that's the best part to me.
Everybody else thoughts?
No, I mean he kind of covered it. Like, I feel like this is, I feel like this is the main reason why they're getting a whole reboot in the first place is because like they're really just pouring like. I feel like they're also making up for like the flop that was the Fullbringer arc. We don't need to talk about it. It was horrible. Uh, Kubo was crashing out the whole time. He didn't like the animation because like I don't think when's the last time an anime just like stopped because like the author basically kind of asked him to.
One Punch Man.
Hmm.
They literally cut. Well, now they're all the way caught up. They just introduced Blast Sun.
Well, it's not to get cut up. It's just because he wasn't satisfied.
That One Punch Man. They literally cut the manga and the last 20 chapters that they did, threw those away, and re-released new chapters.
I'm talking about anime, not manga. I'm saying like when did they stop on anime?
One Punch Man. After season 2, he literally said stop. We're not gonna because we're gonna do Garo versus Saitama. We're gonna stop. We're gonna fix this because it was season 2 was bad of One Punch Man in my opinion.
It was.
So and he was very vocal with the studio. It's One Punch Man is one of the most unique manga anime experiences because of it's not traditional. The fact that they can just like, yeah, we made 20 chapters. No, I don't like it. Cut it. We already sold those, and we're gonna make new ones. Like it's very unique what they're doing. So One Punch Man is the only one that I can tell you.
Fair enough. The Bleach anime, I've been super impressed because of all the new stuff that Kubo's been adding to the lore. Because there's a lot of things in that final arc that I was just like, yeah, I'm entertained. Like there are certain moments that's very entertaining, of course, and we can talk about them. But there is a lot to be desired. And the biggest highlight so far, as of right now, and I'm curious to see some other things, is how they're expanding. Obviously, adding the Bankai for what's it? Shinji's Bankai. Yes, he didn't do it against anybody important, but it's harder to use a Bankai like that against anybody important and not mess up the entire story. But we got to see it, and we didn't even get to see it in the manga, so that was fire. And we also got to see a little bit more in terms of the Squad Zero stuff, bro.
Yes.
Squad Zero. Oh my God. Squad Zero was fodder because of the manga.
You don't understand what even happened to them. Like, it looks like they pulled up and they just got waxed. It didn't make any sense, with the exception of Ichibei. So I'm glad they kind of rewrote that, and they still get waxed, but at least they show us how it happened.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense. And the way they get waxed is not, you can't even blame them, because the last time it was Nina Mia, the sword
I don't even
god.
know their name.
They got tough names. The sword god completely like one shot everybody. Then they got their Quincy boost after they did that ability that Yuha does to take all the Quincy powers. So they got revived, and then they basically one shot at Squad Zero. The way they did it this time, same kind of situation. Nina Mia did it a little bit of a longer fight. They even got some ones going on. They lost, and then Squad Zero revealed this amazing bit of lore. We're not allowed to use our Bankai all at the same time because we'll destroy Soul Society. That was a great bit of information, like, because these guys were said, oh, they're supposed to be stronger than all the court guard squads at once. And I'm like, where are we? Where's that strength? But then we can't be that strong. We literally are limited. Only one of us can use our Bankai. One of them did use their Bankai, and she destroyed all of them. It was only because Uryu has one of the most broken abilities in Bleach that they even won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So Squad Zero went from fodder to now they're legit. Like, I feel like you could probably argue that all of them are probably. Could you say all of them are stronger than Yamamoto?
For that, I mean, his also destroyed Soul Society. Like, if he like went all out, so I think they're at least I think they're at least his level. Which I mean, 5 Yamamoto is crazy.
True, I agree. But you see how far we came from their fodder to like now we can comfortably say,
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it was, even if it wasn't displayed well, I just like listen. They're still stronger, but I just can't tell you why. Other than that's what the story told me. I mean, I don't know why they are, but they are. You know, that's the only assumption I could
SmackDown, like Mihawk to me.
I could tell you.
Mihawk will get his moment. Stop.
Because it also is kind of strange. The reason why it's also kind of strange, like this context does make it better because you remember when Ichigo got clapped by Yuha and he was like, "All right, Ichigo, you fight." I'm like, Ichigo fight him. I'm like, didn't your niggas get clapped by Quincy? Why is he fighting the strongest dude? I was like, okay, I would have something strange happened. I'm assuming in the back we just didn't see. Also, I think my friend said that in the newest episode they went more into Ukitake having the right arm of the Soul King or left arm of the Soul King. I forget which one.
Yeah,
I also remember that one being. I was like, where did you get that from? Like, I actually compared the Soul King fragments are like the Hashirama cells in Naruto. Low key.
chill out.
No, think about it. No, think about it. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but that's how I like thought about it. Like,
Yeah.
low key. Like,
Yeah,
kinda.
I never really thought about it because when he said like the right arm of the Soul King, left arm of the Soul King, now that I was able to visually like see his body parts fall off, it kind of clicked a little bit better. It's like, yeah, his limbs did fall off somewhere, and someone has it. So it's like, it didn't click for the first time when I was thinking about like, what do you mean you got his right arm? It's like now I'm kind of locked in a little bit more, but yeah, I'm with that. Also, they're doing for me, I don't know. I asked this to Lonnie because I haven't read the final arc in a long time. I feel like they're trying to portray Ichigo doing like this kind of Soul King test in the anime much more than they did in the manga. Because like when he went down that path and having the visions of the Soul King and all that stuff, I don't remember seeing that in the manga. So what do you think about that?
When he does the walk, I'm pretty sure he does it in the manga, but I don't think like they showed it well enough.
All thing I remember is them saying they were comparing him to the Soul King. That's what I remember.
Yeah, because
he's a candidate and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's like 3 to 4 candidates in the Bleach verse. I think there's 3.
Which I think is crazy.
You
know, I had to cut my limbs off. What the hell?
In fact, it'd basically just be like a little tool. So basically what they did, because I don't know if you're caught up, Ty. So literally in season 2, mostly, at the end of every episode, you continuously see Ichigo walking down a specific path. And while he's walking down that path, for his training in Squad Zero, and he's the only one doing it too, he's having visions of the Soul King.
Yeah.
So in that midst, that's why I'm like, is Ichigo preparing him to be the Soul King? Because a lot of his dialogue towards Ichigo is a lot more interesting on how he's talking to Ichigo. And then he let Ichigo go up against Yuha. It's like they're now kind of feeding into it more that Ichigo wants Ichigo to be the
You don't remember in season 2 when the new head captain went up to his friends and like handed them something saying like you might not be able to see him again?
Oh no, I remember that scene.
Yeah, because like if worst case scenario, the Soul King dies, they need a replacement. They're gonna throw Ichigo. They're gonna throw Ichigo in that bitch.
Not they sending him subliminals like so like you know what I'm saying. Like they're gonna sneak this nigga then trap him in that freaking ice cube and cut his limbs off. I ain't gonna lie, if I was Ichigo, I rebel. No way I'm trapped in there.
No,
I don't care if the world fall apart.
That's a fact. Oh, $2 super chat from Ken. In y'all opinion, why is AOT over FMA brother? That is a random question, but we'll answer it. Anybody got AOT? I mean, obviously, I got AOT.
I have Full Metal over AOT, but
I have Full Metal over AOT.
I also have Full Metal over AOT.
I think it's an argument though. Like, if someone says AOT or Full Metal, I have no like.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I wouldn't get mad.
I think it's just.
I have nothing to say really. I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like some emotional parts just hit harder in AOT. That's why I just have the slightest of slight edge. But they're both like 1A, 1B to me.
I have Full Metal because I think Full Metal does everything consistently at that basis. Like I don't think it's a 10, but everything is like an 8.5 or a 9 consistently throughout the whole story. And that's why I have it up there.
I feel like I just like more characters in Full Metal than I do Attack on Titan. Not to say the Attack on Titan characters are bad. I just like the Full Metal. I like the Full Metal characters more.
That's valid. I think I'm the only one who has AOT over. I mean, my two biggest reason when it comes to AOT is one, I think the foreshadowing of AOT is borderline perfect. No, not border. It is perfection. When you read AOT, you get to see like, bro, how The build up, you get to see everything. It's absolute perfection. And the other thing is the story just more compelling for the story of Aaron Yeager and what he's trying to do. To me, the story of FMA is still great because FMA is still like top. But what Aaron's trying to do, trying to save the world in a very unique way, let me put it like that, and try to end that cycle of hatred. That was a very interesting story and very applicable to the world and how things are to an extent too. So I got AOT, but I'm not mad if people say FMA Brotherhood. Anybody else have anything to say about Bleach and the anime and what it's doing? Certain story points, things that they're doing at the moment, things you want to see for the Bleach anime?
The last few Stern writers that are alive, like I need them to just kind of dive on their powers a little bit more, because like you kind of got like a little bit of explanation in the manga, but not really. And also the Uryu versus, I forget the blonde hair guy's name all the time.
Oswald.
Yeah, that fight needs to be an episode.
They have to flesh it out.
Yeah, that was an off-screen fight when it's supposed to be like the successor versus the should have been successor.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they have similar abilities too. So you can't just off-screen that. You can't.
The Dick Rider versus the successor.
Yeah, no, I got a hot take about something for Bleach anime. I actually think I don't want to see Ichigo's Bankai. Let me tell you why. When I was, let me say this right. When I was reading the manga this year, because I watched the anime years ago, but when I did my reread, I read through and I read Thousand Blood War. When I did that turn page, I thought I was like, I'm like, it shook me. That was fire. I think that was fire, to be honest. Like I did not see that coming at all. Like it was such an instant. Like the fact that Ichigo's facial expression, pose, and everything was the exact same next page means it happened so fast that no one could react to it. I actually think that was fire. Now I will say this: I do think that if that is the case, then because like the whole Uryu with the arrow thing, I don't have a problem with it if it's more built up to like we have more exposition on it. I'm actually fine with it. But I think the only thing was that the confusing part about it was Uryu says, "Oh, he's too late." So it's like, is it still in effect? Like that's the only confusing part. But honestly, if they just keep that arrow in effect, I'm actually fine with it. So
that's the only person I've ever heard said I'm okay with Ichigo's Bankai.
Because, no, what I'm saying is, but you can't lie. Like for Yuha, that was tough. Like it was cold. I thought that was cold as hell. Like when he broke it instantly, I thought that was cold as hell.
I was pissed, bro.
Get out of here.
I was so pissed. We get to see the culmination of Hollow, Quincy, and Soul Reaper powers right there, and I was pissed.
Shit out of here.
He literally, bro, I'm telling you, he's
so angry. Oh man,
I ain't gonna lie
His
to you.
facial expression was the same. Too.
Yo, Yuha got like 50,000 aura points for that. I can't lie. That was
it was a good villain moment. I'm not gonna lie. I also think that Kubo does like I brought us to this point, but I have no idea how I'm really gonna do this Bankai. Like how broken is this supposed to be? And I was like, you know what? Let's just break it. Screw it. Let's break the Bankai.
But you know what? I think doing something like that so unexpected with like that type of power up, I think that's like low-key iconic. Like how often do you see the main character in the final battle of the story get the power that they were built through the entire story instantly defeated? I don't think we're really seeing that. I think it's pretty rare. I think it's iconic, low-key.
It's iconic, but for the right reasons.
I was just about to ask, is that good or bad?
I like but to Ty's point, I kind of like when an artist is willing to like take a chance and do something like that. Yeah, we're all pissed, but I think Ty's right. In hindsight, that's fire.
Because wasn't that the same reason a lot of people had issues with Yuji's domain expansion? Like it just didn't feel like it. Like you were building up to this, and then it happened. I was like, okay.
Well, I liked it. Because I think that we usually do main expansion. That'd be like if he lost the domain class, but he hit him like he won the clash. So you know what I'm saying? That's a little different. And this one we just didn't see it, and it got broke instantly. I feel like if you go to like the coldest like villain moments, that has to be one of them. I think people bring up eyes and stop it, bro. Yuha breaking up that in a page.
That's a good point. It is one of the most iconic moments. I will say this too. one thing that I've said when it comes to the final moment, like the final battle between Yuha and the rest of the guys, I feel like it makes the most sense instead of having like Ichigo and Renji. Renji shouldn't be there. I don't know why Renji's there. So it should have been Ichigo, Aizen, because Aizen was there. Ichigo, Aizen, Kenpachi, and Kisuke. Like they were supposed to be the 4 special threats. And when I think about it from the manga's point of view, did Kenpachi really live up to the special threat moniker? Like we know he's super strong, but Kisuke obviously did a lot of smart things by bringing back their Bankai and all that stuff. Ichigo is fighting Yuha. Aizen was there to manipulate Yuha at the end. But Kenpachi, I think when you really think about what he did, he beat Gremmy, and then when he finally used his Bankai, he didn't beat anybody with it because freaking the heart kept on reviving. And Kenpachi's supposed to be a special threat as well. So I think they needed to give Kenpachi more stuff to do for him to live up to that special threat moniker. At the very least against Yuha, who consider him a special threat. So that's what I would say for Kenpachi in particular.
At the same time, Kenpachi's like he's still on his own road of self-discovery, if you will. Like he gets more control like in the light novels.
Yeah,
like,
he's not realized.
Yeah, he like you can't expect him to like make an impact the minute he unlocks his Bankai.
Yuha called him a special threat. How can I not?
But even so, I think he kind of did live up to
and
the
he
name
showed that he is a special. Like
when he's fighting
someone that has the power of imagination.
When he's fighting, or even after that, when he's fighting the Miracle, right? They were team jumping him. The moment he had his Bankai, Kenpachi was basically holding him 1-on-1. Like you said, if he didn't have the ability to summon miracles and instantly come back, Kenpachi would have easily mopped that dude. I just think it's a combination of him not being fully realized, but I think he showcased how far it can really go if he's beating a god. Basically, the guy's like
besides Kenpachi, how many people could honestly beat Gremmy?
Bro,
I'm asking how many people can honestly beat Gremmy?
Like, come on, like if you're a special threat, the bar is not beating Gremmy. Come on.
The person that can literally do anything?
Bar is not beating
That's not the bar?
It's no.
So, I think Kenpachi meets his bar pretty well.
I think so too.
I don't think so. Especially Toshiro also beat Valkyrie, and then he just came back.
He didn't beat him. He just froze him. The dude was fine.
He was froze to death, and then he revived again.
Nah. He was chilling.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He just kept on reviving.
Kenpachi.
Nah, I don't think so. I think he needs to do something to Yuha in particular, because Aizen, or not
what?
What do you want him to do?
He can't do nothing to him.
Be a part of the fight.
What can he do that
I'm saying, like, in what exactly, Lonnie? In what capacity could he contribute?
Replace Renji. Replace Renji with Kenpachi.
So what avail? What's going to be the difference? What's going to be the difference?
He's a special threat. Renji shouldn't even be there.
Yeah, Renji, but what is he going to do that Renji can't do?
Renji's a better.
The point is, he will be more of a threat considering he's considered a special threat.
No, he won't.
Yeah. How would he be a more threat to Yuha?
Okay, so what is this? So if Yuha says, Kenpachi, you're a special threat, but you're no threat to me, then what are we talking about?
All of the special threats are pretty much no threat to him because of his ability set. But there's a particular attribute that Kenpachi possesses that was cause for concern before he had the Almighty. I think that's the most important part. This was all before he had the Almighty.
I don't agree with that at all. Ichigo threatened him because he had to break his Bankai. That's much he threatened him.
Well,
Aizen threatened him because he was able to manipulate him, which allows him to hit him with the silver arrow. And Kisuke threatened him because he was able to undo his plans on multiple occasions to put them in the right situations. And so all three of these guys actually did something that was a threat to Yuha. Kenpachi did not. He did not do anything.
He beat Gremmy. There you go.
Oh my God, are we serious? Beating Gremmy is not a bar, bro. Come on.
He beat Gerard the Valkyrie too.
He did not beat Valkyrie.
Yeah, he did. He stalled them. He stalled them until Yuha did Ashwallen and killed him. That's an achievement.
Hold on, we have a super chat.
Mayuri beat 1-2.
Do you believe Aizen is stronger than Ichigo right now?
I do.
Yeah, if everything.
Give me Ichigo.
I think the fact that Aizen's powers are still sealed away, he's not allowed to use 100%.
He's nerfed.
He's not allowed to use 100%.
Like a good 60 or 70% of his power is nerfed right now, and it's like confined to his body.
Yeah, he's literally sealed. I think he's still stronger.
Like, I'm sorry, no one's walking up to Ichigo and their fingers are getting like disintegrated. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, of course you're not going to seal. Why would you seal Ichigo?
But
He's a good guy.
you keep on talking about special. You keep on talking about special threats. Why is Aizen a special threat? Because of his Ryatsu, because of his pure energy. His pure energy is like that vast and that dangerous that he's a special threat. Just off of pure power, he's a special
Only
threat.
Ryatsu. Yeah.
I mean,
just
that,
off of pure
and he
power.
has one of the most broken abilities in Bleach period that affected
But
you
his
all.
special threat is
Right.
Ryatsu.
But that's not. Yeah, the
Special
reason why
threat
he's a
is
threat is his
Ryatsu.
Ryatsu. It's not his sword.
It's
his
his Ryatsu. He's just that naturally. He's just that OP at this point.
That's what I was telling you. They each have one attribute they're designated, and that's why they're a threat. It's not everything all encompassing.
Yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to Aizen, even though I agree because he obviously has a lot of power, at the end of the day, he did provide something in the midst of the battle. As for Ichigo and Aizen, I mean, Aizen has more power, but I mean, considering Yuha was scared of Ichigo when he did his Bankai, I'm gonna give it to Ichigo. I'm gonna give it to Ichigo. That moved me enough. Full power.
Yuha didn't want to let him out. Didn't want to let Aizen out because he's like, I don't know exactly what.
Why would he let Aizen out?
Because but he literally said to Aizen, I don't know what to do with you right now.
Yeah, he said it'll take me too long to kill you, so I'm gonna leave. That's what he said. Hey man, we'll see how the anime does everything between Ichigo, Aizen, and all the rest.
I think it's clear cut, Aizen.
No, I think it's Ichigo. But hey, the anime is giving us more lore to finally put people in the right spots. Uryu too. Uryu is now getting put in the right spot as well because his antithesis did nothing until the anime. But all right, Lonnie, you have a little. We're still on the Bleach topic. You have a game you wanted to do.
Yeah, so I wanted to do just a little fun little blind ranking with Bleach characters. We're gonna go in terms of strength. So I got 7 in my head, and we're just gonna rank them blindly. So first up, just because Riddell had to say something, Grammy.
Grammy.
Wait, it's out of 7, right?
Yeah, it's 7 characters. There's
In
7
terms of power.
Yeah, in terms of power.
Just who's stronger? You don't have to overcome.
I would say either 5 or 4.
I'll go 5.
5? Okay. Next up, Uryu.
3.
3.
3. I like 3. I agree.
3? Okay. Kisuke.
Oh wow. Power?
I would say 4.
I would go
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, I don't.
I think Kisuke's beating Grammy easily. He's outsmarting Grammy easily.
I
Grimmy.
nah.
I ain't like Grimmy. Just
That's what I'm saying. Easily.
I think Grammy ran into the worst person for him.
Grimmy
That's
should.
what I think, Santo.
I think Grimmy should beat Kisuke. Like should.
Me too.
What
He
he
should.
won't.
Handed.
Are we just saying?
What can Kisuke do? Damage wise.
Are we just saying that? Oh,
Kisuke can manipulate Grammy to make him
do
think
what?
that he will lose.
What?
If Grammy imagines himself,
You high on
losing,
these
he
genius
loses.
dudes, bro.
yeah. I was like, oh, well, he's
shit
smarter,
is
so
this?
he's gonna find a way to win. Like, no, bro. Like,
Grammy's not Grammy. If you put him in a situation,
Grammy's
where
just
he
a cocky little bastard, bro. Like, he could, like, bro,
But he has
imagine
the power
yo,
to be cocky.
He literally just imagined the wrong thing, and that's why he lost.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
He beat
what
him. He beat himself.
I know. That's exactly the point. Kisuke can make him think it.
But that doesn't mean that
Ki-
that person. I don't think that if we're ranking like who's stronger, I don't, bro.
Do you guys not
What
include
actually right
intelligence?
thing?
I don't think Kisuke endures everything Kenpachi did.
I don't
He's
either.
getting- I think he's getting washed.
Oh no.
Listen,
Washed? I don't know, but I
I think he's
Wait,
getting
wait.
washed.
I think I see.
What's
See, this is the
Kisuke's
problem.
answer? It's
Like,
like
Riddell,
meteor.
you're
What is-
imagining,
what
you're
is he doing in
imagining
this
his
situation?
dynamic with the Aizen, so you're subconsciously put like. I know, I get they're two smart
Fire.
guys, and I know they were rivals, quote unquote, all this stuff. Like, just ignore that. Like, bro, if he imagined nigga in space, bro, this nigga's suffocating, bro. I'm sorry.
It's
But it took a
done.
while
Yeah,
for him
like-
to put. It took him a while for him to even think of that against Kenpachi. If
'Cause he's
Kisuke,
stupid.
that's exactly the point. The
But I don't
Grammy's
think
not a
he's-
smart fighter.
Honestly, what I'm saying is, sure, but I just don't what is he gonna do? Okay, when it takes him that, but the fact he still put Kenpachi in it leads me to believe he can do it to Kisuke. That's what I think. What is Kisuke gonna do before that?
Yeah, to push him to that progression because
He doesn't have to. He can manipulate Remy into imagining himself losing.
Who is he manipulated?
Kisuke, you don't think?
Yeah,
Kisuke
when is he
can
showing that?
outsmart him to that point?
Who is he manipulated? No, just tell me who he manipulated.
All right, let me think.
No one, right?
He's outsmarted people. Do we agree there? So
Sure.
he can outsmart Remy and use his powers against them, right?
How?
I don't think so.
I think he outsmarted
He
like
imagines himself losing. That's how.
But I'm saying we've seen before when he was faced with a foe more powerful than himself, he needed someone else to weaken them in order for his countermeasures to even work. He needed help.
Nobody had an instant lose like Remy does. Remy has an instant lose. All he has to do is imagine himself losing.
But you see did you see everything it took to get him to that point?
There was a hyper-specific reason why he imagined himself losing. Though.
Kenpachi cut through
Kenpachi
space
wants people
itself.
to hit him. He doesn't
Kisuke
care.
can't do that. Kisuke cannot cut through like
Kisuke can't.
infinite void.
But Kenpachi wants him to throw stuff at. Kenpachi's just stand there, throw it at me, I'll cut it. Kisuke's not that type of character. He's going to have preventative
At the
measures.
same time, if
More
Kisuke
than
went
he
through
meets
everything
Remy.
that Kenpachi went through, he's dead.
He's not going to. That's not how Kisuke fights. What are you talking
But
about?
you don't know what
Then he'll lose before then.
All right. Well, let's vote. Let's vote. You guys put him 6. Okay. Okay.
I got him 6.
That's wild.
I got him at 6.
okay. Next one up, Ichibei.
2.
Ooh.
Ichibei? You said 2?
2, 1, 2. I don't know who's last.
I feel like someone a bit like. That's what I'm saying.
I thought we had to leave. We have to listen, man. We have to take an L that Yuha might be on the list. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
All right, we can do 2.
Is it 2? Okay, we're going 2.
Okay. Toshiro.
Oh.
where Kisuke at?
6.
Okay, cool. Okay.
7.
You going 7, Ty?
7.
It's either 7 or 4.
who y'all think?
Don't Toshiro.
The only slots we have left are 7, 4, and 1.
One. He's obviously on 1.
4.
7.
Yeah, I mean he's on
Grammy is
Grammy.
Someone that.
You think Toshiro could be Grammy right now?
Yes, sir.
I imagine myself not frozen. What now?
Adult Toshiro is cooking him.
I was gonna say,
I imagine myself not frozen. What now?
He's cooked everything that
I
Grammy
imagine
was
myself
doing.
impervious to ice. What does he do? What does he
Immune to
do?
ice.
Send it to him. Everything he's gonna send over them is getting frozen. It's gonna keep on getting frozen. He's gonna
I'm
be
impervious to ice.
That doesn't matter. He's gonna have to attack. All his attacks are frozen. He's gonna keep on thinking to himself, "Why can't I do anything?"
You know
Then
what
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
think
do?
of.
He's gonna drop
Then he's
another
gonna
meteor
think
out
of
the
himself
sky.
as cold.
Frozen
After
meteors
that don't work.
What's Toshiro gonna do against a frozen meteor? Shit.
You are dying on
It's
this hill,
frozen.
bro.
We can put Toshiro 7.
7.
That's fine.
Okay. Now this gets fun. Or he
You don't even like Toshiro, Riddle.
Oh,
Now
God.
Orihime's 4. Now Orihime's 4.
Or
What?
Hime is on the list.
What? There we go.
Wait, what happened?
This list is cooked. It's cooked.
Otohime is at 4?
Yeah.
We don't have no choice.
Yes.
Okay, listen, man.
I reject.
Hey, man, listen. Wait, what if Grammy thinks of something and she rejects it? What happens then?
Ooh.
What if he says, "I imagine you don't have your ability," and then she says, "I reject that thought." Like, well, key, hold on a second. She rejects phenomenon, right? His phenomenon is, "I imagine that you don't have your phenomenon," and then her phenomenon says, "I reject that phenomenon." Like, come on. Hey, listen, if you're confused, Kubo wrote it, man.
Oh god.
Riddell, hey, smile, Riddell.
All right, who's at 1?
Yo, over.
That one was the new head captain. I keep on forgetting his name.
Oh, Shunsui?
Yeah, Shushui. Well, I guess you guys have Shushui at one.
Yeah, we should have.
Now, if you guys want to change, I'll allow you guys to change one. If you guys,
No, you can't change a blind ranking.
It's a trivia question. It's a trivia question, so you have to get it right to earn it. Outside of the Vizards, what Soul Reapers have had or used hollow powers?
Wait, do we all answer individually? Then you tell us the right answer.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell you the right answer.
I'm terrible with names.
Wait.
I know them, but I'm terrible with
You
names.
said outside the visors, who's at hollow powers that are Soul Reapers?
Yes.
Ichigo.
Ichigo, of course.
Ichigo.
Oh, I mean, okay, fine.
Tozen.
Toshiro, Soifon. No.
Outside the visors, who's had hollow powers?
Toshiro, Soifon for sure.
What about are we counting? Wait, didn't Aizen merge the
Who's the?
isn't Aizen the whole thing? He's merging he's trying to bridge the gap between Soul Reaper and hollow powers.
Do we
count?
do we count him?
Yeah,
I didn't count Aizen.
I mean, but he's
Are you counting Kaien?
Toshiro,
Kaien is also
Yeah.
and he got turned to a hollow.
Toshiro, Soifon. There's one more.
How many are there in your game, Lani?
Toshiro, Soifon.
Wait, I'm in general. Doesn't Aizen count in general?
He should.
Yeah, Aizen.
I count him. Yeah, then there's 4.
All right, so Aizen, Kaien, because Kaien got turned to a hollow, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Toshiro, Soifon. He's talking about the people who were given hollow powers to use their Bankai. That's who he's talking about.
Oh, that's what he said. Oh, I think so.
I
that's what he
just
called-
said hollow powers in general. So I mean,
said in general.
Hollow power. Yeah.
Yeah, Toshiro was given hollow powers because he had to get his Bankai. So was Soifon. And then there's another one that I'm just forgetting.
Isn't Tozen one of them?
I mean, I guess you can say Tozen. So yeah, Tozen.
And then Aizen and Kaien.
I guess y'all got it right. So who do you want? You want to switch Orihime and Toshiro, or you want to switch Sushi with somebody else?
No, we can
How
look
would you find with Kisuke and Orihime?
Man, I want to be.
No.
You
hold on a second. Why not switch Ichibei with Shunsui?
Orohime's at 4, bro.
I'm not mad at that.
Well, yeah, it was like, what's the problem? What the problem at?
Y'all.
Are you rejecting our order?
Right.
You can't reject our reject.
I got outvoted. Do y'all want? Man?
So the final blind ranking is Ichibei at 1, Shushui at 2, Oryu at 3, Orihime at 4, Grimmy at 5, Kisuke at 6, and Toshiro at 7.
Realistically, the list is not bad.
It's
Realistically.
That's terrible.
Orihime needs to be 7, but realistically, the list is not bad. Riddell, if Orihime was 7 and the rest of the people stayed the same, you wouldn't like the list?
I don't like. I get why y'all are impressed with Grammy, but at the same time,
Who said we're
Grammy's an
impressed?
idiot. Grammy's an idiot, bro.
Who said we're impressed? Maybe
I really should have put Chad on there because you know Chad,
chill out.
Chad had his best.
Wait.
Yo,
Riddell,
U-Haul, he
what
can see
if
the future.
just-
He had to block that nigga. He had to block that nigga.
First of all, I'm not impressed with Grammy. You ever thought of that? No.
You cut out. I have no
You
idea.
I
lag.
have no idea what
You
just
lag.
No. What I was saying was, wait, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
What I was saying was, I'm not impressed with Grammy. I said, what if we're just underwhelmed with Kisuke?
I really think you're taking too much stock on the fact that he literally had the worst matchup for him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry because I don't know who else beats
I
Grimmy.
have no. I think you
Who else
guys are
beats Grimmy?
overvaluing the fact that he fought Kibachi. That's what I think. But we can move on. It's time to head into let's get negative and let's talk about this Blue Lock anime. So let's do it. All right. Santo, you're the biggest Blue Lock anime hater right now. So you
Lynn
can
Cook, Sancho.
you can start it out.
What was yours?
It's bad. It's just bad.
We'll get you.
Okay, hear me out. The highest selling manga gets this for a season 2. We've been waiting for it. We've been craving for it. We supported it, and we were all super excited. We got PowerPoint presentations. We got pretty colors. That's it. Animation is terrible. It's bad. It's it's not even mid. It's just bad. Records of Ragnarok has better animation than this, and that's saying a lot. Like Lonnie put in the telegram of Captain
Captain Tsubasa.
Captain Tsubasa has better animation than this. I don't understand why we get something like this after we've supported um so much. We've invested, and sadly we're not getting a return in our investment. Do better. Just do better. And I know everybody is saying like, oh, we're holding out for the big matches later on. We ain't trying to hear that right now. Like, no, if we've invested this much into it and you've been successful, give it what it deserves. Because right now, this is really not it. And that's what I gotta say. It's just bad. It's bad.
So go ahead, Lonnie. No, go ahead.
No, I was about to say because you're probably gonna be a lot nicer than I am. No, this is like completely unacceptable. I'm so sorry. Like I really feel like it should get canceled. Like cancel the rest of the season and start over. Like it's that bad. Like it's literally it looks like some Microsoft. It looks like some middle school PowerPoint at some points. It's like I don't know what happened. We had issues with the animation in the first season, and so they said, "Oh, let's just double down and make it even worse." And even that was just being nitpicky with like the CGI in the first season. I give anything to have the first season's animation back.
Facts.
Like, anything like this is ridiculous. It's sad that like Kuroko no Basket came out like over 10 years ago and it clears season 2 of Blue Lock. It clears it. I'm sorry, Prince of Tennis in like the early 2000s looks better than this season. Oblivion Battery looks better. Ace No Basket looks better. Freaking I don't know. What other sports ones you want to throw out there?
Ace No Diamond. Ippo looks better. Yawamushi Pedal looks better.
Megalobox look better.
Every single version of Ippo, they got like 4
I hear
of
no
them.
Sora. It clears. It's not even close.
This just shows like the selfishness and like the greed that comes into like the anime business because they've made all this money. They also were making money off the anime. Where did all that money go? It didn't go into the animation. It didn't go into promotion. Like, there's not no new Blue Lock video game. Like, where's all this money that they're making going? They sold the most manga. They came out with a movie. They did all this, and it seems like they were like cutting corners and like they're on like some strict budget. Like, I don't get it. I really don't understand. So, I don't know. Audit some people, do whatever, but like they honestly need to consider canceling this season and apologizing.
Like, I feel bad in a weird way. Because I'm not gonna watch it. I'm sorry, I can't. I saw a couple of those Crunchyroll like snippets that they made, and I sat there. I was like, somebody at Crunchyroll had to make this. They had to make this and put this out for millions of people to see. And Santo, you said they had Dragon Ball Daima came out, and another big thing that came out. But if you had all those big properties that are going to make you money, then delay Blue Lock so you get it right. Blue Lock was gonna make you buku money as well. And like, if Santo, let's say that they do what you just said, that we're saving all of our money for the U20 match. That is so insulting to your viewer base and setting a very dangerous precedent, especially with sports anime, that it is unacceptable. Lonnie's right. Cancel the season. Cancel it. You can't trot this out. Like this is piss poor. Like if Star Wars did this, people would be losing their minds if Star Wars did this. If other big properties, I would hide under a rock if One Piece even attempted to do something like this. I would hide under a rock.
They would never.
That's the crazy. But it's just to take something that is. We weren't obviously. We can just only speak for ourselves. We were very high on Blue Lock, putting it in discussions like this isn't just one of the best sports series that we've ever seen. This could be in a very high echelon that sports series, sports manga ever get to. And for you to take that hype, and we honest with you, Santo, we should have known from the Nagi movie. We should have known then. And for that to just lead into this, where you could have made so much money if you put in the care or time, and it's okay to delay it. It's fine. Dragon Ball Daima would have kept us okay until Blue Lock is done right. I don't understand why you feel comfortable putting this out there, and then what? What, you're gonna do the thing at the end where you're gonna come out and you're all gonna bow and apologize? It's too late. It's already done. You've ruined Blue Lock. You've ruined it.
I hate this so bad. Like, I mean, looking at something, Bandai, you did Sparking Zero, great. It looks fantastic. It's a great game. I mean, it has its issues, sure, but it's a great game. Dragon Ball Diamond looks fantastic. It's a fun watch if you guys want something to look at, just a quick view. You don't really have to think much into it. It is a beautiful anime. Blue Lock made Bandai money. Like it legit did. So to get this, earlier we said that what was the anime that's getting an anime adaptation? Lonnie's favorite, Isekai?
The beginning
The
after
beginning
the
after
end.
the end.
Blue Lock has a story that can carry an anime. But this animation is so bad that I'm with Random. Cancel the season. It's terrible. It is that bad. It's frustrating. You can't do this to a sports anime. You can't have bad animation in a sports anime, personally. And this is awful.
This is beyond bad. This is like, it doesn't even, it's not even that, oh, it looks unfinished. It just doesn't look like they did anything. Like, it's just moving pictures. It's literally just like they're like sliding pictures across the screen.
It's really insulting. And look, Mushoku Tensei got a brand new studio, and I still talk about how bad the animation can get at times. For a legitimate studio that have worked on big IPs, that you saw that, oh, this can be so successful. And I'm like, Ty, if you get a chance, just go watch a clip on the Crunchyroll YouTube thing. It's I'm as an artist, I'm not gonna be mad at the people who made the thing. Maybe they just had to work what they had, but somebody told them to do this. And it's not like they just sat there and said, no, we can't. Like, they didn't just say, okay, we'll just do it, boss. They probably voiced their frustration, but they had to do it. So now it's like when we're gonna blame them. It's like when a bad video game comes out or video game comes out, we blame like when EA releases a bad game and you blame the people who make Madden, not EA it themselves. To use that as an example, I'm not mad at the animators.
It's because I like to give artists the benefit of the doubt, but like I was watching Blue Lock, I was like, yeah, this is pretty rough. This is and it's really not the animator's fault. It is the scheduling, which a lot of it doesn't really always follow on budget and money, to my knowledge. I don't know a lot about animation, but for what I do know, a lot of it is not. A lot of it is if you just got good timing, and it's a lot of times it's not even contingent on manga sales. So, for example, Chainsaw Man, Blue Lock has more manga sales like all time than Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man season 1 was beautiful.
Yeah.
So sometimes Dragon Ball Super, when Dragon Ball Super first came out, Dragon Ball Super had a horrible schedule. That's why the beginning of Dragon Ball Super was really bad. Dragon Ball is arguably the biggest IP in manga and anime history. Had a horrible animation for Dragon Ball Super because they bad scheduling. So it's really unfortunate that certain projects get just dealt a bad hand. Even JJK season 2 was really good, but there were certain episodes that were a little bit off because a lot of the Jujutsu Kaisen animators came out on Twitter, social media, talking about how they had horrible working conditions. So it seems to me just like the work culture around animators in Japan is rough. And so they have really poor conditions, and that's why you get what we get with Blue Lock, which is it's kind of I enjoyed Blue Lock manga. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking forward to anime because I think the luck goal is probably my favorite moment in Blue Lock in the Blue Lock manga. I'm not looking forward to it, and that's just
one of my favorite characters being introduced. But if they had all that, if they had Slime, which ran for most of the year, regular Imagine High School, which was also 24 episodes, like if they had all this, and then you're releasing Dragon Ball Daima to basically compete with Blue Lock, it's okay if you move Blue Lock back. It's fine.
No one would have said anything.
Nobody would have said anything. No. Oh, it's
but
God. Yeah.
They moved Leveling back. We didn't say shit. Like, oh,
that might be the they're releasing Daima. That would have been fine.
But that might be the scheduling thing, though, right? Because like if they have projects they have to work on like later next year, can they really move Luck back to that time too? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could be the scheduling issue. If you have
then why drop Daima? Which let's be
I mean,
honest,
I have a question. What studio is Luck being released through?
it's 8-bit studios.
And what's Diamond being released through? Same thing.
Same thing.
So I mean, I guess I would ask like, what else is on their plate for like the end of this year and next year?
I can look while you
The
guys
first
talk.
episode, like Santo really hated it. I thought it was like, I didn't think the first episode of the new season was that bad. I thought it was like, okay, it's like not great, but whatever. Then the second episode, there's even a bigger drop off. I'm just like, okay, no, this is concerning. Then the third episode, I'm just watching pictures talk. Like no one's actually like moving. I'm like, just like a plain photo, and the mouth is just going up and down. Like, I don't know. There's little fan animations way better than this, which is crazy.
Hey man, shout out the cool colors though. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing it has going for it. It's
They got pretty
colorful.
colors.
Kavoth said, "My copium. They're cutting corners in the early episodes to put more work into the U20 match."
You can't accept
We're not
that.
trying to hear that.
You cannot accept
I'm
that.
gonna wait. I'm not gonna watch every episode. I'm gonna wait until they get to the U20 match, and if it's not any better,
That's gonna make me mad that they do that, Santo. That's gonna make me mad.
I'm anime only, and I'm only watching the manga from now. I'm only reading the manga from now on.
Hey man, shout out Blue Lock. It is struggling out there. You know what else is struggling? Yo, talk to me about Uzumaki, Miles.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm out.
They might as well have not even put it out. Like,
Cook.
I'm only so mad because they did such a good job with episode 1 and then slapped me in my face on every episode after. If it would have all been shit from like the beginning to the end, I would have received it a lot better. But what they're doing is a travesty. They should have never released this. And shame on Adult Swim because y'all have done good all this time. For y'all to let this slide, this is sad. This is
You
sad.
should probably be looking at Adult Swim a little bit shiesty because Ninja Kamui started the same. Kamui first 3 episodes was heat, freaking heat. Then from there they're like, we don't know what to do. And me and Miles were particularly excited about Uzumaki. We've never seen a horror manga like this get released, especially in big primetime American television. Where I was like, Adult Swim got it, bet recording it, I'm ready. That coach Miles, I was waiting after the 4th episode. I was gonna call you. Let's do a goddamn video on it because this is unique what they've done. And then I didn't see episode 2 after y'all talked about it, and then I saw it and I was like, oh my god. And the fact that the director is running around like he's literally like saying this is not our fault. We were hoed. We were screwed. The director's coming out on Twitter and saying that.
You saw he gave 3 options that he had, right? He was like, there was one option to not release anything at all. The second option was to only release the first episode and leave it at that. And then the third, which is what they winded up doing, was do the first episode with the amazing animation and then release the rest. And that's the one that they chose.
And apparently they outsourced on episode 2 or something to like another
2, 3, 4.
Oh, I thought they said that 4 they did.
Couldn't have been.
Could not. If it's the same,
there's a scene where have you seen the falling scene, Lonnie?
Yeah, I saw the falling scene.
If that's the same studio as the first studio, shame on them.
Facts.
That's ridiculous. You literally have a image falling. There's no sort of animation of them moving. It's literally just a static piece just moving with a spiral icon like on a GIF, just repeating over and over again. It's disgusting.
There's a part where they fall towards the right, and on the scene they're falling towards the left. Like one frame later. Like what are we doing? Like this is concerning.
So
This is very
I pulled up 8-bit, so Ty might be cooking on the scheduling thing. So 8-bit this year they released obviously Slime, they released the Nagi movie, they released a Slime movie. I've never heard some of these I've never even heard of, like that released this year. So like I'm just like it's so bad, but it still doesn't make it feels like there was a clear time that I was wrong about Daima though. Daima is just by Bandai, but somebody else released it. They own the IP, but they lit it to another studio. But even looking at what is coming out this schedule, they had time. They had time to release something or put extra time in it because Slime and the regular Magic High School were the only two big IP that could have taken away from this. And Slime ended at the right time just before Blue Lock, and so regular Magic High School ended earlier than Slime did. So they had time.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like sometimes animators like outsource to other places. So like an anime for this, like that studio could be working at other places too. So like they could be thrown on other projects in different studios. So that's also a factor. You know what I'm saying? I that to me just is the most logical conclusion. Like I just doubt that animators would have like ample time and then produce this. I don't believe that personally.
To answer Sauce's question, because that's literally what's going through my mind while I was thinking about this. I think like some of it does have to do with anime becoming just more popular. I feel like they're getting more. Let's just push something out there. They're gonna like it. They're gonna accept it anyway, which I think is a bad precedent. I think it's like a very bad precedent because like it's more as popular as it's getting. I think it's getting to the animators' heads where they're like, "Hey, they like the product. Let's just put it out there. See what." So I feel like mainstream is affecting some of the studios. I don't know if it's like this specific situation, but I do feel like because anime is getting more mainstream, things are.
But you don't have to fall into the trap that for instance, you don't have to fall into the trap that American studios have. Like after Endgame, all Marvel was trying to do, we just need to get something out there instead of understanding that we just ended something special. We spent 10 years crafting this universe, so to speak, and now we're releasing the people that Santo that we were in middle school. We went through school with the MCU. Now it's done. It's okay. We don't need to shove Winter Soldier, Loki, even though Loki was good. Winter Soldier, Loki, WandaVision, and I forget the other one, right down our throats right afterwards. Just because you think people need more. It's okay if you showed us like, hey, we have a schedule. Don't fall into that trap. You don't need to. If you took your time, we would understand. We would understand. That's why Bleach is taking its time right now with Thousand Year Blood War, even though obviously I'm not reading, but you guys are loving it. Right, One Piece is literally taking a break to just to have some time, right? Obviously, because One Piece runs for a while, but it's all right if it takes a break. People are willing to wait if it's good. We would have waited if it was good instead of throwing out a PowerPoint presentation that you're going to see in college.
Oh, that's a fact. Also, shout out Creative Bobby with the one Black Sensei Society membership. Appreciate you. You allow us to afford sweaters that Lonnie's wearing right now, so we appreciate you. I also say this because there's rumors. I don't know if it's true. It's a rumor. Sakamoto Days anime is not looking good. That's a rumor. It's not looking good at all, and it makes me think that we have these popular stuff that are objectively good, that are not getting their proper due diligence. But then we get all these booty isekai coming out consistently, and some of them have like just better animation. I'm like, nobody cares about these anime. They're just throwing them out, but somehow they're getting better animation. I'm like, what is going on?
I don't know.
Sakamoto Days is bad.
Priorities are not right now.
Sakamoto Days is bad. Would they spend all that money on the trailer? I thought the trailer was great. I understand that's what the trailer's supposed to be, but like if Sakamoto Days is ass and Netflix threw money into it, Netflix, I don't know. You better talk to them and get your money back.
Hey man, that's tough, man. I feel like at the very least, you should, if you're an anime studio, one thing you can bank on is putting your money into these Shonen Jump material. I mean, those are usually do well, so they're kind of fumbling. It's not looking good. So we'll see how everything goes. But let's move on to our main topic, and let's talk about some anime phrases. Let's do it. All right, well, Santo brings up the bracket. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a tournament bracket, 8-man tournament bracket of the best phrases in anime. So these are phrases you guys are all going to recognize, and then we're just going to decide amongst ourselves, and we're going to kind of vote on which one is the best anime phrase in general, which one we like more. There's really no criteria you can go off. You just which one you think better, which one you think is more impactful, which you think is translates better, all that good stuff. So let's dive right into it. Pull it up when you can, Santo. All right.
Did I see it, or do you guys need me to zoom in?
Zoom in a bit.
Hold on. Here we go.
And once you click on it, it should
Yeah.
All right. So first matchup is Plus Ultra from My Hero Academia versus Surpass Your Limits from Black Clover. Hey man, that's a good first matchup. Black Clover versus My Hero Academia. Which phrase is better?
I'm not gonna hold you. Surpass Your Limits is better in my opinion. Every time Yami was saying that, some crazy stuff was happening, man. Like, oh, the kingdom is in danger type stuff, and it was always great. Sometimes they just use Plus Ultra, like. Make sure, hey kids, remember to go Plus Ultra. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
No, hold on.
Nah.
I'm right. I'm right.
So
Endeavor saying Plus Ultra goes hard, bro.
Yami saying Surpass Your Limits is better.
Plus Ultra is kind of meh.
Come on now.
It sounds like Yami's carrying this.
Like, really try to force feed Plus Ultra. Like, you're just supposed to be saying that shit.
Well, hold on a second. What?
Plus Ultra is meh, bruh. Surpass Your Limits, man. I feel
for me. I don't like it.
So you don't like Plus Ultra?
Come on.
I appreciate Plus Ultra ties.
Y'all don't like when you saw Bakugo, Deku, Off One Shiraki. They were like it said go beyond. Plus that shit was tough, bro.
Yes,
It's like go beyond. Go beyond is literally Surpass Your Limits. It's just a heroic way to say it. Like go beyond Plus Ultra.
A worse way to say you, man.
It's the worst. Yeah, what's that? Worst way to say it.
Why? Wait. Why?
Because you can just say Surpass Your Limits.
But he's obviously trying to make it more like unique. Like saying Plus Ultra, that's like it's different. I don't see the problem.
I feel like it was forced.
Plus Ultra. Come on now. Like what? What are we talking about? Plus Ultra. Like, come on now.
Imagine you're dying breath
when almost find the number when he said Plus Ultra.
Hey man, the characters make it. It's like the character. It's like when you're a character or you're a person, and everything you say is inspirational, but what you're saying is garbage. That's basically what Plus Ultra is. Plus Ultra. Almighty can make anything look good. He could say,
if you're going through
Ultra, Uber Duber Ultra.
You really struggle with something. And I said Surpass Your Limits, or if I said go beyond Plus Ultra, which one's gonna hit? Because if
are we talking about within the I'm so confused. Like
you just
Ty,
it's your connection, bro. It just failed.
Connection?
Man. Yeah,
you're fine now.
You're good. No. You're.
Oh my god!
Every time.
Talk came off. He said, "I always thought Plus Ultra was cringe, but Endeavor single-handedly convinced me that Plus Ultra was cool." Shout out to Endeavor,
Plus
man.
Ultra is lame as hell.
Hey, see,
I feel like My Hero was trying to create a slogan to use like other anime, and it just doesn't land to me. It don't even roll off the tongue good to me. Pause.
Plus Ultra.
Hey man, shout out to
Where did Almighty even get that from?
I'm not feeling it.
Plus Ultra is basically Super Duper Saiyan. It's the same thing.
This is so crazy, bro. Anyway,
Plus Ultra is something you see on the kids show when they're talking about like bullying.
But I don't think it matters if like I would say it in real life. Like most people wouldn't
wouldn't say any of these in real.
Come on, bro.
Believe it.
Like come on, bro.
I'm surpassing my limit. I'll be saying that. I'll be playing a basketball match. It's like 10-9.
No,
I
you
gotta
don't,
make
bro.
a 3 to win the
Stop
game. I'm feeling tired, and I'm like, bro, I gotta surpass my limits. And I'm like,
You're gonna be saying that trying to make
Nah.
three over you.
fuck,
No way, I'm gonna crash out.
surpass my
So
limits.
you're at the
bro.
gym, you're on your last rep, and you're struggling. Do you think of All Might going plus ultra, or do you think of Yami going, surpass your limits? Because I think the Yami.
I feel
I
like
don't
you
think
think
of
of
either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you thinking of either of them
Come
boys,
on.
Bro, stop.
Come on.
there's something wrong with you, gang.
Come on. Come on. All right. It seems like most of us, but Ty says surpass your limits.
No, I mean,
I got.
I
plus
was more so to speak like I feel like there's a lot of plus ultra disrespect. That was my only point. But
I mean, we could all vote. So Santo picked plus ultra. Ty, what you pick?
it don't matter, bro.
I'm just,
It don't matter.
Just go ahead, pick special limits. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's pack up plus ultra. Oh, did you sign into the account?
Bruh.
Yeah, you gotta sign into the account. Well, we know surpass your limits one. So while Santo does that, the next one is Believe It versus Kamehameha.
Kamehameha, let's move on.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
Nah,
mean,
Come on now.
it's clear.
I agree, but damn.
Yeah, to be fair, what Lottie, were you the one hating on Believe It in the group
I
chat?
wasn't hating. I
And you
said
got
there's a
cooked
clear
for it.
difference between Believe It and That Is My Ninja Way. I said there's a clear.
I ain't gonna lie, Ninja Way is low-key. It's tougher. Believe it's more iconic, but my Ninja Way is tougher.
Like one's a lot
I
more
like my
important
Ninja Way
to the
more,
story
too.
too. But like whatever.
We were talking about real life. Kid Miles with that Kamehameha, man. My mom was shopping. I was fucking those mannequins up.
It's one of those few like anime phrases that you don't mind saying in public. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, the minute
Someone
people
that-
get
someone
power,
that
somebody's
has
doing
never
that,
seen
right?
Anime a day in their life, they're gonna know what Kamehameha is.
Also, I feel like Goku's Kamehameha moments are colder than Naruto's Believe It moments.
I agree.
For sure, 100%.
Gohan got good Kamehameha.
Gohan, yeah,
moments.
Gohan.
Yeah.
It's not even his best slogan.
Even
Where
when
would you
Cell
rank-
used it. I was like,
Oh, real
"Come on."
quick, fellas, where would you rank the Kamehameha in terms of iconic attacks? Because that mug is versatile. Me and Santo argue about Goku's best Kamehameha. I know he says the warp. The warp is a strong contender. Him drifting.
It's the
Kefla's
only
attack,
one.
I feel like
him
random
drifting
I
people's
think
attack
that's
into
four.
Kamehameha is crazy.
I think he has five.
Slug his body to the side.
I think there's five that he has. Or like, so you have the one against King Piccolo when he had one arm and did it. That's in the top five. The one against Vegeta, I think it's obvious.
Iconic.
The clash, that's like there's a way to especially the manga version, the way the Toriyama paneled that, iconic. Then you have the warp Kamehameha, its transmission versus Cell. You have
He should be
father
spamming
son.
that, by the way.
You have
He's spamming the fuck out of that.
father son with Gohan. I think that's up there. Then you have maybe the Kefla one.
The Kefla one, that it's so crazy, bro. He drifted an
crazy.
attack. How else? That's why I think it's the best. You thought out of all
you
the
do
ways
the one
Goku was
against
gonna get this
Vegeta?
Kamehameha off,
He said-
Yeah, that's
he
the
said-
one against Vegeta. Yeah,
I
I
was
said.
the one against Frieza.
Well, the one against Frieza, like he just grabbed that shit. Like he did times 20.
No
and
build. Yeah.
he literally palmed that. She's like, it kind of hurt my hand. The Goku's like, damn.
No, more so the one where he oh my god, where he gave Frieza the energy.
Was that a comment?
Oh, that wasn't coming out of
that
that was
I
Was
thought
it?
that was just like a
The
really
one-handed?
strong key
it was just a
blast.
key blast.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
One of the few times a key blast actually killed somebody.
He didn't die though.
Random, you love that Kamehameha so much. You always bring that
He
up.
does.
It's clean.
It's a great
Clean.
Always bring
It's
that
the
up.
best one.
No, instant transmission Kamehameha wave on Cell is the best Kamehameha wave. It is literally the
first
best.
things
It's
first,
not
I
a
want to be
contest.
nasty.
You could have played the Tokyo Drift theme song.
All
while-
that bitch. Like, what are we talking about? Be nasty. One of those two actually did the job. If we're
I'm
keeping
gonna
it
have to
stacked.
say Gohan's Kamehameha is my because it actually finished it off Cell. That's why I like.
I mean, Kefla one kicked her out the tournament. She
Vegeta
was
helped.
done.
Yeah, Vegeta helped. He had coached through Goku. Listen, man, a
I
lot
mean,
of
yeah, Vegeta helped. Sure.
listen, man. I'm saying this, man. Gohan, that shit Mickey, bro.
Gohan's is probably the most impactful to me. It's probably the most impactful.
If Vegeta don't
Hey,
exist,
Radel,
Gohan
I'm
is bad.
signed in and it's still not letting me start
Right,
this bracket.
random.
Yeah,
Literally.
Vegeta don't exist. Gohan's
So,
cooked.
Santo, go to
You're
private
slipping,
chat
Gohan.
and click on the link again.
No, I honestly, I just feel like you might be right because Cell was a little distracted, but it's really just Gohan just like he was just holding back. Like Goku's like, stop holding back. Because he's scared he wanted to show the planet. Makes sense, but yeah.
That shit
Are you
was
able to
fire.
do it or no?
Watching Cell turn into dust, that's a family.
I'm
It's possible.
literally-
Like I said,
He packed turning nigga
The what?
to
We can,
if you can't do anything, it's probably because I used the wrong account when I made it.
but at the same time, it's only 8
Yeah.
games. Like,
Yeah,
just do
I
it.
can't do anything. It's not letting me start anything.
Yeah, we can just do it without clicking.
The Goten and Gohan one on Broly was cool too.
I just couldn't get behind Broly was, bro. That was
Broly is him.
No. I'm saying the third movie.
I'll write down the results, by the way.
Oh, third.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just.
So what's the next one?
So Kamehameha 1. So we'll go to the next one.
Okay, so the next one is I'm going to be the king of the pirates versus I'm fired up.
King of the Pirates. I love Natsu. I love Natsu, but like the fact that every single Straw Hat has a moment where they say that about Luffy, and it's always iconic. Yeah, like Zoro's nothing happened. People don't talk about the moment before that when he was like, Luffy will be the man, be king of. That shit hit every time, bro.
Oh, you mean the same way how everyone says that what their ninja way is because of Naruto? But I digress. Believe me.
Anyway, Lonnie, I was on your side.
Lonnie, you lost. You lost. Hold it. Hold it out.
Imbecile. Whatever. All right.
I'm
not
sorry.
you, Tonto. I'm talking about everyone else that
I'm
voted.
fired up seems mad generic though. Like I could hear that in a Disney Channel show right now.
But it fits like his character though. I think it's like he's fired. Yeah, it's kind of
And
cool.
he eats fire too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's catchy.
I'm gonna go King of the Pirates too.
King of the Pirates.
I'm like, you notice how Miles didn't say nothing when y'all.
No,
I mean, we already knew.
King of the Pirates, man.
Yeah, King of the Pirates. That was clear.
All right,
Okay,
let's go to the next one.
All right, next one is domain expansions versus Bankai.
It's close, but I got Bankai. I'm sorry.
I got Bankai.
It's close though.
It's close.
You know what, bro? I feel like the best Bankai, like when Ichigo says it, but like I feel like every domain expansion to me is like, I feel like the Bankais are top heavy to me. I think they're top heavy. As far as the people saying it, like, bro, you're not hyped with some nigga saying Bankai, bro. Be real.
I'm hyped with a lot of them saying.
I went, yeah,
for sure.
I like Mayori's. Bankai. Konjiki Ashisogi Jizo.
I give you
Okay, Miles.
I know a lot of them. I know the Bankais.
Hey, Bankai
is so cold.
Byakuya?
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna
yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So if we take, who's the best Bonk? Who got the best phrase saying Bonk? Who got the best one?
The best one?
That's opinionated though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get. You know what I'm saying?
Ichigo's is the most iconic. He just yells at it.
I like Games.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. So if y'all give me Ichigo, I throw out Sukuna when he says Rory Tenkai. That shit tough, bro.
Okay. What about the original Kenpachi?
Gojo. Gojo says domain expansion. Gojo?
Minatuki, when she's just like Bankai.
Gojo.
Oh, I can't wait.
My favorite domain expansion is Mahito's.
Mahito too.
Outside those,
his is my favorite.
Outside those three, like then like I could just keep on naming Bankais, and after that, like,
there's more, but I'm saying like I think because the thing about it is I think because it's a smaller, it's more. I think that because it's not as many, I think they're the moments to me are just more hype, usually more hype.
I mean, it's hard to say because the captains in particular that we don't get to see their Bankai. Oh, we are so hyped when we do see their Bankai. Like when Kisuke first uses Bankai, when Unohana first used their Bankai, when Yamamoto.
Well, I think I like these characters. I think I like these characters.
When Yamamoto uses Bankai, was crazy.
I think that might be this.
Rukia used her Bankai, bro.
Oh, when Rukia finally used the bro,
we didn't know.
I like soy fonts too, even though
I like Rukias. I think the problem is I think y'all like a lot of these kids more than me, and that's the disconnect.
I even like when Kamamura says it.
Like when some of y'all say
he does like the wolf howl when he says his.
Yeah.
No, it's also the thing is like, oh man, once we see Kenpachi say Bankai, bro, oh that's gonna be hit. The thing is, I think Bleach does a great job in not only showing people who use Bankai all the time, and it's like really good, really important, but also still makes it so important that there's other Bankai that we still want to see, and we do get to see, and it's
And
fine.
they always slap with the music. They always slap with the
Yes.
music.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, Ty. I ain't gonna hear people say domain expansion like they say Bankai in the public, bro. I'm not gonna lie. People be yelling Bankai.
you don't pop.
Bankai.
Wait.
I disagree. I
That's
Not at
disagree.
the same
I disagree on
level.
that.
Not at the same level.
I
Don't
think
know.
Like I said-
I think currently sure like domain expansion, but like in 10
Bro,
years,
I
I
think
think Bankai is still.
I don't think y'all peeping this, bro. JJK will have more manga stuff than Bleach by the time the anime's over. It
I
will.
think I said it 2 episodes
It's
ago.
like 20 million subs behind right now.
I think I said it 2 episodes ago. I think that domain expansion is going to age the same way that Bankai aged for this new generation of anime manga
I
watchers.
don't think so.
I think so.
For the new
I don't think to
generation,
that. I don't think to that peak. Well, I don't.
Plus, saying Bankai just rolls off the
Oh,
tongue.
Ty, you're muted.
Domain expansion. I'm gonna lie.
I don't know what
Tell
I
me
was.
his-
No, I was saying JDK. I'm not my mic out. Honestly, but I was saying JDK popularity is insane. Like I think, especially when the anime comes out, like nah, bro. Like the fact that it's only been out since 2018, already has 100 million sales. It's only 20 million behind Bleach already. That's crazy.
Yeah, but just because it
The
sells
first-
more, I don't think it's gonna have the same type of cultural impact. 'Cause like Demon Slayer sells a lot, but I don't think Demon Slayer touches
That's
Bleach.
true. But I don't think that like if we really think about like manga that have left impression on the internet in the past, like let's say 5 to 10 years, I think JDK has easily had the most impact. Like when Gojo vs. Akuna came out and it was streaming simultaneously with Shibuya, like JDK took over the internet for like 2 years. Like it just took it over.
Well, so
Like,
I mean,
I
there's
also
really
think
not
the
much
Demon Slayer one is not a good point. If when the author said, yeah, they just none of that shit is actually happening. People were like, all right, bro. So they just fucking saying this shit for no reason. What are the effects for? I think that really hurt the. I'm not saying JJK. Oh, I'm not saying Demon Slayer would have had the impact of Bleach, but the minute the author said, yeah, all those breathing styles are not real, hurt the any impact they could have had.
Creative Bobby with a $2 super chat. He said Bankai is way too iconic and is way cooler to say.
I can name like 10 of them.
Man, we a lot of them. Bankai. Okay. Well, should we vote? Is anybody picking domain?
I got domain expansion.
I got Bankai.
All right.
Bankai.
I got Bankai. Lonnie.
Bankai. Oh, and I also forgot to say something about Bleach, but it can wait till after this because it is somewhat important.
Random, you haven't seen Bleach, so I'm not surprised.
Hey, you guys would have made the thing anyway. So
Okay. All right, let's go to the second round.
All right. Surpass your limits versus Kamehameha.
come on, man.
Yeah, that's where it ends. Kamehameha got it.
It's a wash. Okay. All right, moving on.
Let Vegeta do a Kamehameha, man.
Ooh.
People gonna lose their minds.
Ooh, okay, so let's see. I'm going to be the king of the pirates versus Bankai.
Oh,
I got King of the Pirates, bro.
I got Bankai personally.
You know what it is? Again, this goes back to like how invested I am in the characters. The Luffy and all the characters that say it, I'm so much more invested in them, and then a lot of these niggas that say Bankai, I just am. I'm sorry. I like Ichigo, Byakuya, Rukia, Toshiro. A lot of other Bankais, I personally didn't like really care that much about like the characters. So like every time Luffy or any of the other people who say that I'm always just as excited. I like King of the Pirates, bro.
I'm
thinking King of the Pirates.
So Miles said King of the Pirates.
Yeah, because I think it just transcends, like, it means more to One Piece than it just being like an ability or an activation. It means a lot to Luffy, his immediate crew, his fleet. It has an impression on the people around him. They feel disrespected by it. I just think it means way more.
Like every time someone runs into Luffy, they be like, he's gonna be King of the Pirate. Like it always, like VV, like even people who are not like Straw Hats, like even honorary Straw Hats, people who run into him, everyone's invested in Luffy's journey of like this epic tale that's gonna transcend generations. It's about Luffy becoming the King of Pirates. So when people reinforce that, Nah, bro. I'm sorry. That's just it's
Yeah.
it's
Or
too
even,
much.
or even when it's like their same goal too. So like when Kaido heard it, he's like, "You think you can stand up with me, Roger, all of these niggas? Who are you?" Like
Remember, Big Mom was like, "Hey, yo, say that again." Nami was like, "You'll be king of the
he
power."
was,
Like that shit,
he was
bro. Stop,
pissed. Big
stop,
Mom was pissed.
stop, bro.
To
Stop.
be fair, because that's a great point, and it's to a lesser degree, but in terms of Bankai, the only times like they were emotionally significant, like for instance, with Ichigo versus his Bankai against Byakuya,
Yes.
like that's like, oh, he's like
Yeah, I agree.
he's fully trying to be realized and like seen as a soul reaper. Same thing with Renji. When Renji confronted Byakuya, Byakuya's like, yo, you're not at this level, you don't have a Bankai, and then Renji's like, oh, word, Bankai, and then also you can say the same thing with Rukia. With Byakuya too, so it's like there are moments. It's like also different situations. For instance, with like Unohana using against Kenpachi, things like that. Like, yeah, it doesn't hit as well emotionally in terms of King of the Pirates, but it does have like weight and it's I think it's more versatile too in terms of like this type of scenarios Bankai is used.
Like when Ikaku uses Bankai, I'm like lieutenants can use Bankai as well.
Yeah,
Like
and
it
I
has
told
such
nobody I
great
can use this.
Yeah, the impact of King of the Pirates undeniable, but at the same time, like Bankai, like you said, is more versatile in terms of saying, and it just leaves a impression in terms of a phrase more than King of the Pirates does. Like I don't really see me ever really kind of thinking about the phrase of King of the Pirates. I think about the story, obviously, One Piece and Luffy's goal, and that goal obviously is in line with the phrase, but I don't think of the phrase individually. Bankai does such a great job in just translating away from Bleach. I mean, it's super iconic, very easy to say. And just like what Lonnie said, I mean, what Ty said, you said earlier, one of the most badass moments for a villain is because he broke Ichigo's Bankai. That Bankai stuff, super important and super relevant to the story. Well, man, there's also a lot of unique and different ways that it is said. It can be said, and hey, man,
I think of it like this: when you think of
their
One
own
Piece,
impressions too.
when you think of One Piece, I feel like the first three things you think about is like Luffy, what's the One Piece, and like the Straw Hats. When you think of Bleach, you think of Ichigo, Bankai, and like maybe Aizen or something like that. Like think same thing with Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball, you think of Goku, Super Saiyan, and Kamehameha. Like not that like King of the Pirates isn't up there, but it's like it's not one of like the immediate first things you think of when you think of One Piece. You think of what's the One Piece. You think of the Straw Hats. You think of Luffy.
I mean, I think of it. I don't know. Luffy becoming Pirate King. I think that's like it's number one, bro.
And it is the goal. It is the goal. I'm not mad at it. But all right, I'm voting Bankai. Santos said Bankai. Lonnie,
I'm going Bankai.
Bankai, and Random hasn't seen Bleach or One Piece. So Bankai wins. Now it's up to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. And Random has been silent, so we can talk about Kamehameha. It is Kamehameha versus Bankai, which is the best anime phrase of all time. Random, you can start it out.
I mean, look, Kamehameha, we're talking, at this point, we're talking about two of the most iconic attacks, even though I haven't seen one of them, right? But besides the fact that me and Santo can have an argument about which one, I think almost the Kamehameha is just way more impactful in terms of what it means to its story. I can only speak about for Dragon Ball, but the Warp Kamehameha was clean. The Father Son Kamehameha was clean. Obviously, we talk about the clash at the beginning of the story. We talk about when he said, "You know what? Let me start drifting real quick with the Kefla one." I just think every time you see it when it's done well, like even it's just great, man. It's like everybody's gonna done a Kamehameha. Everybody will do a Kamehameha. I think we get powers tomorrow. If we get powers tomorrow, more people are doing a Kamehameha before Bankai, and you can't prove me wrong. I think that's the simplest way for me to say. If we all could just do a power, more people are gonna be. Lottie will be spamming Kamehamehas right now if he could. He really fucking would.
I mean, there's some Bankais I might be spamming too. It's like, Bankais I'd be spamming.
Just think about it.
Not give me powers.
What would you look cooler doing? Getting your both hands together, putting it right at your hip, and charging up the Kamehameha and then firing it, or having a little sword on your hip,
You take that.
unsheathing it, and go on Bankai. Which one emits more aura? Let's be
It's
real.
the sword. It's the sword. It's the sword.
It's
That
the sword.
yeah.
Sword.
What?
It's the
not
sword,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
We hold on. Are we really trying to say the? Come on.
You know,
y'all hating on the Kamehameha?
No,
Come
no,
on,
no, no.
Aura,
I'll
So
say this. I'll say this right quick. I'm doing the Hadouken before I do the Kamehameha wave.
Chill out.
Chill.
I'm just saying.
Alright,
All right,
bro.
I'm
now
just
you're taking
saying.
over too far.
I'm
Hey,
just saying.
we locked
I'm
in
just
the
saying.
Kamehameha.
Now you're taking
Me
over.
and you locked in the FGC together. I am not saying Hadouken before I say.
You talking Devil
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha? All right, bro.
I'm just
All
saying.
right, bro.
I'm standing on
You
it.
talking
Miles,
to key
what we were
blast?
saying,
Come
what
on,
we were
man.
saying, Miles, is like, if we got powers in real life, what are you doing first? You doing a Kamehameha first, or you doing a Bankai first?
Nigga, I'm
What are we doing?
You crazy?
Nah, you don't get a sword with
Nani.
Kamehameha. I'm just-
Yeah. What if I get a whack ass ability? I'm not no Soul Reaper, or I'm not a Himothy. I'm a regular African American dude. What if my
You know
Bankai
something
trash?
crazy? You want to talk about aura? Like key blast or blasting that way, everyone started taking that shit in manga, bro. Like everyone, bro. Like that's aura. Where people say, I want to do something like that.
laser
aura.
beams.
Bleach got it.
Laser
And Kino and Hado. They stole
The
it.
Ceros? Y'all think the Ceros look like key blasts, y'all? I think they do.
I think they look like laser beams, like almost anything else in anime.
Hold on. Say time out. It doesn't matter that that other people have done it before. It's what do you think popularized it? Like if we're gonna say act like Dragon Ball didn't popularize that, then we're being disingenuous there. Like we're like, come on, bro.
You're saying Dragon Ball popularized lasers?
Laser beams, yes,
An anime, sure.
yes. No, you disagree?
I think laser beams have just always been a thing.
So things can always be a thing. Does not mean that something can't popularize. That's just not.
That's fair.
I mean, swords are always a thing, but then
Yeah, like what? What does that
like
mean?
swords are always a thing, and then the katana came out, and now people like katanas. Like I don't know what to tell you.
That just came out. Like what?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Hold on, Ty. Let me. Okay, swords were always a thing. So, like you saying, laser beams are always a part of anime. Then the Kamehameha came out, just like the katana came out, and now people. You get what I'm trying to say. Just because it was a laser beam before, then a really good version of it that became iconic, that legitimately other genres do. When Fedora does a Kamehameha in his goddamn isekai anime, and it was fucking glorious. Right?
I was reading Don. Gigi, listen, I need to figure out a name for my attack. He says Kame. Wait, I gotta come up with another name. I'm like, come on, bro. Like it's literally
in terms of other series, they definitely do the coming. I'm not gonna deny
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
some of the series do the
Come
coming.
on, bro.
I'm not gonna deny that one.
Ain't never seen nobody with a sword say Bankai. Never
Because
seen
you gotta
nobody
be
with a
him
sword
to-
say
you
Bankai.
gotta be him to do Bankai. You just got to. Karita Bobby, $2 super chat, said sword aura, clear spirit palms. What are we doing?
I disagree.
Pops? What? We go disrespect the Kamehameha like that?
Is Sword Aura better than Ray Gun?
Yes,
Yes.
I don't even think it's better than Ray Gun.
it is.
Ray Gun!
Bankai. Come on.
No.
Bankai.
Now y'all are
Oh,
overrating it. I'm
y'all.
sorry.
Come on, y'all.
We're talking about the most iconic
Oh,
laser team ever.
yeah. Okay, Sauce. Yeah.
See, I can't tell you because I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I got nothing with that one. Let me put it down. Let me put it down.
Sauce off the top rope.
They only use it in comedic moments, man. It's just a gag. They don't. Bankai is all aura. They would never dare to use it in these comedic moments, man.
it's actually referencing Jujutsu Kaisen. I need to come up with a special technique. Do I do Bankai, Rasengan? It's literally Bankai's literally using a gag in JJK.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No.
I know it's fine. No, but it's there.
Mm.
Rewatch Gojo's train with Yuji. He literally mentions it as a gag.
Oh, just mention is different from actually using it. Characters
He pulls out a sword. He pulls out a sword.
He doesn't mean he used it.
Come on,
People
y'all.
actually use Kamehameha.
The reference I brought up is the point is it was used as a reference in a gag moment. Like, come on.
And I'm talking about actually being used as a gag, the ability itself.
Come on, y'all.
Yo, stop! You niggas are nasty, bro.
This is
I
nasty.
actually can't. I
Actually,
can't.
Random, I'm being nasty. Watch Bleach and then get back to me in this conversation with
Random, I can tell
I don't
you.
give a
Yeah.
fuck. It's the Kamehameha wave. What are we talking
How
about?
you see a damn Bankai before you comment?
And
Say
the Kamehameha, I'm still gonna
see
like
a
the
damn
Kamehameha wave
Bankai.
better. Show me a nigga
Tell me
dripping the
about- yo,
Bankai.
tell-
Show me a
tell me
nigga
a
dripping the
Bankai right
Bankai
now.
to save the
Tell me-
universe.
Actually, you know what, bro?
Show me
Let's
that.
go moment.
Show
We
me
go
that,
moment
Lonnie.
for moment. We go moment for moment. Goku Vegeta clash. Bring me a Bankai moment better.
Which one?
Goku Vegeta when they're clash. I recommend you niggas read the manga, bro. It's so much better. When Goku when Vegeta goes up on Earth and he's trying to blow up the planet, and then Goku is like standing between him and the planet, bro. Come on, bro.
You should go shoot Bankai because what happened the next page?
You talking about getting slashed? Why is that? Why is that better?
I'm just saying, hey, you were the one that talked. You were the one that just.
No, hold on a second. I said it was tough, and I said iconic. It's not more iconic than Goku Vegeta's clash. It's not. It's not.
All right, I will say this. Right now, it looks like we're at a 3-3 impasse. So you know what that means?
Disrespect the Hadouken by saying
What that means
better.
is chat. You need to vote in this poll and decide a winner. That's what this
Chat. I'm ready to crash out, chat. Choose wisely.
I want to see Miles crash out.
vote on this poll. I put a poll in the chat. You will
Poll
decide
link.
the winner, and we will reveal the winner at the end of the
distracted.
pod. So, with that said, we are done with the main segment. Let's move on to the gauntlet that Santo has for us. So let's dive right into that right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, trolls, ghouls, goblins, whatever you want to identify with. My brother Miles has allowed me to do the gauntlet today, and today's gauntlet is which character has suffered more, be it emotionally, mentally, or physically? Subaru edition.
Oh,
And off the top rope,
oh, that's not fair.
we got Subaru versus Mr. Kaneki.
Oh,
Who you
that's not, that thing lived 1,000 fucking lives, like 1,000,000. He died like 1,000,000 times.
You saw him get eat by bunnies.
Hey man, he'll walk it off.
X. He keeps on reviving. So give me Kaneki.
That's character development.
This is nasty.
Hey, if you can't die, I mean that's tough.
He still
Does he have recollection of these? Does he have recollection of these deaths?
Yes, yes, he does.
Oh, I
Yes,
gotta
he
go.
does.
I gotta go with him then.
Every single one of them.
Hey,
Every
man,
single one.
it sounds like he should be thankful he got a second chance.
There was one time he died like 4 times in one episode. That shit was great.
He died 3 times in the last one.
All right. This is the litmus test for you, random, because I don't watch ReZero. Has he ever went through? No, actually, Lonnie. This is better for you, actually. Lonnie, has he ever went through anything as bad as Jason?
Go in, Cat.
1,000 minus 7.
1,000 minus 7. Has he ever gone anything like for that long? Like that long of a torture where he's getting
Or in general, yeah, just anything as worse as what.
not in the anime. Not in the anime. In the light novels, because it's like Fate, where there's like 8 different versions of the story. So like in one of those versions, yeah, but in the anime, he wasn't getting tortured for like over a week straight. Nah, that wasn't happening.
Well, I'll go through the anime canon. Give me Ken Kaneki.
Yeah, if we go by manga, if we go by anime, then no, he didn't go. Now he had some horrible deaths. I won't say that he didn't have some horrible deaths. He definitely had some horrible deaths, but nothing. He didn't get tortured for. Unless did he get tortured at all for days? Random, in the anime.
When this first sin caught him, the one that you remember the most is when Ren showed up and then she got brutally mangled and he carried her body back to the.
I was like in a few hours. That wasn't like days and days of torture.
If I remember correctly, it was at least a day, but it don't matter. Either way, he takes her body back to the mansion. Oh, guess what? Stella died. The world fucking ended, and he gets fucking murked.
Yeah, and with Kaneki compared to that situation, he was getting tortured. Then the people tried to save him, and then those people got murked. No, then Jason held them in front of him. It's like, you better pick one to die.
If you're gonna compare, I still think some of Subaru's deaths are horrific. He sat there and got eaten alive by a whole bunch of bunnies. He has had some horrific. Even the one in the new episode, you saw episode 1 of the new season. That shit was horrific.
That
Bunnies?
Instant.
Yes, they're
regular cute bunnies. Ate them alive.
They're technically they're part of the calamities of the world. Like, remember that big ass whale in season 1? That's one of them. These bunnies are another one, where these bunnies are just insatiable. They're always eating, and he ran into them, and he basically spends half the season
just like ate them alive.
Yeah, he basically spends half the season trying to beat these motherfucking things.
I switched my answer. I'm picking Kaneki. I'm not moved by demon bunnies. Kaneki.
Oh, this is so nasty.
Hey, Kaneki literally had a centipede.
That was a pretty bad death.
A centipede was put in his ear, and I forgot. The centipede was very unique in terms of like the amount of pain it can inflict, and it was put inside of his ear, and it was would you say eating or just biting?
It was
from the inside.
It was going around. It was doing everything. But also remember, like for like a week, they were like ripping off his nails and fingernails. They
breaking
were
his fingers, all that stuff.
Getting body parts taken off just so they can regrow back and stuff like that. Like it was just constantly like body parts, like throughout the whole day. Just I'm losing an arm, then I'm losing a leg. Oh, grow back. I'm gonna lose this arm again. I'm gonna lose this leg again. Oh, these guys are gonna try to save me. Oh, now I have to choose which one dies. Oh, I didn't choose fast enough. Now they're both dying in front of me, and now they're.
He even did some mental torture by making him recite 1000 minus 7 in his head while he's getting tortured. Like, bro, it was different.
This is so fucking nasty, man. This is so.
What can't tell you?
I don't know what to tell you.
All right, so let's vote. Who do you guys got?
I got Kaneki.
Give me Ken.
3.
It's Subaru. It's always Subaru. The fact just because and I think a lot of y'all are just discounting the fact that just because he comes back, he still goes through the mental torture of that. It's not like oh, I just died and I'm good. You see him struggle with God in the beginning. At one point he was catatonic. He was catatonic, dealing with all these deaths that he was.
Well, we're just talking about his torture. We're not even talking about the rest of.
You're using one instance, and even if
it's the worst one.
Torture
for a week is terrible. I don't know.
All right, dying multiple times.
That's dying multiple times. Went through either. That's not the dying multiple times with no. It's not like he can OP his way out of it. He has to legitimately figure it out, which means dying more times to figure it out. Like, just because he comes back doesn't mean that what he's suffering is not real. And just because Kaneki can regrow limbs doesn't mean just because they got sawed off and then chopped off and then blown off doesn't mean that it hurt any less.
Nobody's saying that. But the fact that he's dying.
We are done voting. We got to move on.
This is
With
so
all of that being said, I guess Cat missed.
It wasn't just that one.
Lonnie, you won.
I know I won.
Still nasty, bro.
All right,
we already know the because that's the reason,
bro.
Watch Tokyo Ghoul get back to us.
He's cooked in the light novels. You said it yourself, Lonnie. He's cooked.
Move on.
We're talking anime. We're not talking light novels.
All right. Next, we have Subaru versus Gaara.
Subaru.
Yeah.
Really?
I got Gaara.
The Jinchuriki being sucked out of him while he's alive? You guys don't have
Jinchuriki sucked while he's alive. Inability to sleep for his entire life because of a fear of being taken over. Facing constant abuse from his father and all the villagers in his village, including his siblings, being feared by everyone, unable to form actual connections because of him being a Jinchuriki. I got Gaara.
Wasn't he like? Didn't his dad put assassination on him like every day for like years?
And literally pick one of his caretakers to do it. The only person that he believed loved him was also a person. Yeah.
So remember the original premise of the Gauntlet. It's not just physical; it's emotional and it's mental as well.
Yeah,
Subaru
I
was
would do a lot.
powerless.
Subaru.
Subaru was powerless.
Gara was too. He was a child.
He was dismembered.
Oh,
He was
had
dismembered
power.
alive. He was eaten alive. He was frozen to death. He was frozen then decapitated. He was also tortured. All this shit
Hey,
happened. He was killed by Rem.
Did his dad want him dead?
Nigga, his dad wasn't there. His dad
Hey.
wasn't there.
Wow, and also his dad wasn't
I'd rather
there.
my dad be gone than my dad try to kill me. I'm not gonna lie.
No fucking way, bro. Now we're just being nasty. We're being fucking nasty.
No, I got Subaru. I don't think
Like,
it's
what the
close.
fuck are we doing
I
now?
don't think it's close.
It's not
Yeah,
even
I got-
close.
I got Subaru too. So Subaru won.
So
What the fuck?
okay.
Now I'm
Unless-
really gonna crash out right now.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. Santo, Miles, and Ty. Who you vote for?
I got Gara.
I got Gara.
Ty.
Ty?
Oh my god.
I think Ty's on the phone.
Oh my god.
Yes, ReZero is good. ReZero.
Ty, who you think suffered more, Subaru or
Man, Subaru, he'll walk it off, man. Go guard, man.
All right.
How about a big random crash
So
out?
it is a tie right now.
You're gonna
Chat,
make random crash
you are
out.
the tiebreaker. You can also have the power to make random crash
I'm
out.
good. Y'all got it. Y'all just fucking trolling.
Chat.
Man, what's
like
wrong,
Subaru.
Randy?
First person who says a name, that's the one who wins. First one.
Because I'm
Very
sorry,
first
Subaru went through a lot more than Gara. Like a lot
It's
more.
not even close. It's not even fucking
It's
close.
not close. Kaneki is an actual conversation.
Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Gara just had a bad childhood.
Hey man.
He dealt with it in his adulthood too.
Saw said Subaru, so there we go.
All right, Subaru takes it. All right, next. Subaru versus Law.
Woo!
Whole village, family died from disease.
Law is like one of the worst, if not the worst story in One Piece. Like Jesus Christ, that man
Had to
was going.
grow up. The person he loves most got killed too. I'll say it's Subaru still.
I got Subaru.
I got Subaru, but Law, God damn, Law went through it.
I guess.
Or Subaru gets it.
All right, I guess Subaru got that one. And next up, we have Subaru versus Levi Ackerman.
I'm going Levi.
Same. Something about being broken in them trenches. That should just
Right.
move me.
What's Subaru know about being on the front lines?
Word.
Seeing your whole squad
Word.
turn into
What
Titan.
do you know about
Word.
getting out?
Literally in season one, he's on the front lines with
What
no
do you know
powers.
about? What do you know about getting out the
Front lines
mud?
with no powers.
What do you know about?
Word.
What does he know about being humanity's last hope? Humanity's last
Word.
exposure. He don't
Season
know
one, he's on the
He don't
front
know
lines.
about that,
with
bro.
no
Has
powers.
he ever been so
You don't know
hungry he
nothing
can
about
see his
that.
own rib cage? Has he ever been that hungry?
Let me know
Has
when
he
y'all
ever-
done. Let me know when
Has
y'all
he
done with
ever?
the bullshit.
Has he ever had to sit through a speech where his mentor said, "Listen, man, we all gonna die"?
Yes,
He ain't never had that.
yes, he
Oh.
literally
He ain't never
did.
had that.
If this was Emir, oh my goodness, it would be Emir.
Well, I have a question.
Yo, random. When they had to
Yes.
fight the great whale, did they literally have a speech like, "Yo, most of us ain't making it out this bitch"?
Where time out.
He's
Lon, I have
the
a
only
question for
nigga.
you.
He was the only nigga without powers, and he was still in the
Lon,
front.
I have a question for you. Can Subaru still walk?
Mm.
Can he? I just want to know. Can he walk? Can he see out of both eyes?
Todd, grip me, y'all.
Does he have all of his fingers?
Preach.
Cooking.
I'm just asking. You can just let me know. Can he walk? All his limbs? Does he have fingers? If the answer is yes to all three of those,
Question. Did Levi
no, I
die?
don't want to answer any questions.
No, Levi. Then I'm not answering your question. Did Levi die?
I
Did
asked
Levi
Lonnie.
die?
I asked you, random. Ask
Did
Lonnie.
Levi die?
Yes, he can do all those things.
Lonnie, ask Lonnie.
No, he can
Man.
do all those
dead,
things. Yeah,
bro.
he can walk.
Ask
He can walk.
Lonnie. So Lonnie, is it yes?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. We can move on.
Got law. Facts.
All right.
I mean, Levi, my fault.
Yeah, man.
I'll go Subaru, Ty, Miles. Who y'all go?
I got Levi, man.
You got Levi, bro.
I
you know
got
this-
Levi.
Oh,
what, bro?
chat.
What the fuck are we doing?
Chat. First person to put a name down Levi or Subaru wins.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm going strictly off of vibes, bro. It's just something about his vibe. Like he ain't really been through shit, bro. Like,
Look at his face. He looks sorry. Look at his face.
like hold on, okay. It looked like if I look at Levi, he like he been through battle. Subaru look like
Nigga
he's
is literally
like,
frozen to death in the picture. He's frozen to death in the picture.
Random, stop.
He froze to death.
Random.
Y'all, I know y'all trolling, but I'm about to crash the fuck out.
I'm not trolling. Let me tell you what it looks like, right? This is like a
Subaru
different
one,
front
by the
line,
way.
right? This other picture,
He's
looks
literally
like,
killing somebody in the second picture.
Right,
Subaru's
stop,
fucking
right,
dead.
Random,
Subaru's literally dead in the picture.
Random, can I finish, Random? Can I finish, please? Let me finish.
You tell me he ain't been through shit. He's dead in the picture.
Here's what his I made this
Tell
face.
me he ain't got out the
right?
mud. Nigga, he is the mud right now.
Stop,
He's
stop,
the mud.
Random, stop, random. This looks like to me like I was walking to work and I forgot my umbrella because it rained. Like that's what it looks like. I'm just saying, go off of these pictures. This happened to me last week. It was raining and I forgot my umbrella. I was like, dang. Like I look like this face right here. I look like that. I never blood all like come on, man. Give me
One of them is an unstoppable killing machine. The other one is a 16-year-old from Japan with no powers. He's dead. He's literally dead in the picture.
Bro. You always do this. Oh, he had no powers. Like so.
The nigga has no powers. He's this guy with no powers. He's the one nigga who don't have
Levi
powers.
also does not have powers.
Levi doesn't have powers either.
Right.
Levi is a literal superhuman in his world. What are we talking about?
You don't got powers, bro. Sorry.
He's a literal superhuman in his world.
Subaru's
So-
not immortal.
Sato,
Subaru
Subaru won, by the way.
Who won?
Subaru is the chat. They said Subaru.
Chad, be better. All right.
Be better, bro.
Last and not least, and I want to see if you keep the same energy. We have Subaru versus Mr. Down Bad himself, Guts.
But
Random, do not piss me off, Random.
Random gonna pick Subaru. He's sad.
Random, do not piss me off.
Random, you sad, bro.
Random.
hey, Subaru dies a lot. Guts doesn't die. I'm just saying.
Random, you sad, bro.
Go ahead.
Sad.
Go ahead. Keep the same energy.
Random, you go first.
I'm sorry. It's Subaru.
Oh yeah, you sad. You sad.
There are certain this is the thing. There are certain conditions with every single death that Subaru has to accomplish. If Stella dies, the world ends. Nothing he can do. So he has to protect her while he dies.
Stella can't die.
Not whatever the fucking girl is, who's her fucking thing in the thing. That when she dies, Puck destroys the world, Lonnie.
Oh,
The girl that he's in love with. I'm sorry, I said the wrong name.
I thought you meant the girl that gave him his powers. I'm about to say,
No. Like even if she dies, the world ends. Like there are certain things that he has to also. First things first. I'm not saying that Guts has not suffered. Guts has incredibly suffered. One of the few people, along with Ken Kaneki, who can compare himself on the suffering scale to Subaru. But even then, Subaru has struggled and suffered more. He has suffered more.
Whatever. Hey man, listen, bro. If he come back to life, bro, he walking it off, bro. Gus can't. I have a question. Does he have his right or left arm still?
Again, it's physically, emotionally, and mentally.
Guts literally can't hold his sword anymore because he's losing the nerves in his freaking hand, bro. Like, stop it.
Subaru was catatonic.
No,
Random. Has Subaru ever went through something as bad as the eclipse?
No. Nobody has. What the fuck?
Okay. Thank you.
Let me ask you this. Has Guts seen his world end on multiple occasions?
Yes. When Griffith was doing his thing in front of him.
That's not what I meant. The world literally ended. The world ended. Puck destroyed the world.
No, it
didn't. But then it came back for Subaru.
Wait, I have a question for you. Is this
about the ice situation? Wait. The world ended after he died, so you didn't.
I have a question. for you.
Mouth, Lonnie.
Come on, man. That matters. That means he didn't suffer.
I'm being fair.
The world ended.
Literally, Ty.
No. I want to say, time out. If I'm dead and the world ends, I didn't suffer there. I'm dead, so that don't count. Sorry.
Okay, so he died in the process of the world ending.
That was
all part of it.
He
didn't just die. Then the world. Come on, y'all. I know we troll, and I love Guts. And
but then he comes back though, and he gets to learn from his mistakes. That doesn't happen again.
Doesn't mean that. Okay.
Yes, it
just because he comes back, it doesn't mean he magically solves all those problems. He dies again. He dies again. He just doesn't solve all those problems.
But
that's why he's off. Figure it out.
He gets infinite chances. He pussy. Yeah. We get one chance out here. We mess up, we done.
I know I'm just gonna let y'all troll.
I'm not trolling.
Y'all got it. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah, I'm not trolling either. when you peek at the eclipse, then go through your entire life trying to save Casca, and then in the recent things in the chapter, she's taken away from you again. Come on, bro.
Not only that, bro, he's getting chased by demons. He couldn't sleep because he's getting chased by demons every day, bro. Like,
Facts.
like, bro, he has a brand of sacrifice. Literally, you know, the Skull Knight called him like, "Yo, you're the struggler." That's his nickname is the struggler. His nickname is just Subaru.
And you know what's worse?
Come on, bro.
When you have hope, like Guts, like he went through all this shit, he finally had hope when he arrived at that island.
Yeah,
And
fantastic.
in a moment, when Casca seems like she's finally there, the exact moment that happens, all of it gets taken away. All of it. Come on, bro. Come on. Guts.
Mind
Y'all
you,
are uneducated, and it shows.
he had a
That's all I'm
son.
saying.
He has a son. Mind you, the Moonlight Boy was a ray of hope for him and Casca. They had a son, and it turned out to be his worst enemy.
Come on, bro.
Y'all are uneducated, and it shows. So I'm just dropping the conversation. It's
Wait,
all right.
hold on a second. What do you disagree with?
Just because you have no idea how much Subaru has suffered.
I didn't
And
ask you that. I
okay.
said,
No. I'm done. You have no idea how much Subaru has suffered.
random. Stop.
So I'm done. I'm just done.
Random stuff.
No idea.
Well,
And I know both, and you have no idea how Subaru has suffered.
Wait, time out. Hold on a second. When Lonnie said you ain't seen Bankai, you said, nah, fuck that. I just know Kamehameha better. Well, I just know
And Ty, I'm not knocking down
just
what
know.
you said. And Ty, I'm not knocking down what you said. I just said I'm done. So I'm done.
No, you're not.
Lonnie, have you seen both?
No, you are not.
Lonnie, you seen both.
I'm
Which
caught
one's
up
worse?
I'm caught up with ReZero, and I read some of the light novel.
Okay, which one's worse?
Because it is closer than people think. But for instance, when Random brings up like catatonic stuff like that, it was more so like it wasn't because of the trauma of what he was going through. It's because like he felt like he couldn't figure out how to get past the situation. That's why he was catatonic. If I go through like a lot of the deaths, he was suffering through some of them. Yes, but there are also a lot of deaths that were just kind of quick. Like, for instance, the one you see right now, he got frozen instantly. And then, like, his head rolled off because it was windy and his body was frozen. So his head, like, rolled off. That's an instant death.
That's not what happened. Puck literally cut his head off. Go watch the anime again.
I've watched.
He died 3 times to
like
Puck.
5 times.
He died 3 times to Puck. One of them, he was frozen to death. The other one, Puck
This
literally
one.
yes. The other one, he literally cut his head off.
Yes, I'm saying
Literally
this
cut his
one,
head off.
it was windy and his head rolled off because his body was frozen.
Jesus
It was funny.
Christ, that's not what happened. Never mind.
Why you good? I've watched this with like at least 5 different females. I know this. scene pretty well.
Congratulations for watching
Lonnie,
this girl. Congratulations for traumatizing.
You're not
5 different
educated.
girls.
You're not educated, Lonnie.
Like
Use
I
your
said,
common
there,
sense.
there are a lot of his deaths that are traumatic, that are gruesome, and things like that. Now, at the same time, some of his gruesome deaths are technically kill him instantly. Like when his head explodes, kind of an instant death. Yeah, Miles, what's up?
It sounds like to me this Subaru guy is not a dog in any way, shape, or form.
Oh no, he's like one of the. He's probably like top 2 in terms of like most hated MCs.
Oh yeah, we going with Guts then for sure.
No, but does he suffer a lot? Yes. In the light novels, I would give it to him over Guts easily. But in terms of like the anime, I still got Guts. Now, does he die? Does he die more? Does he go through more physical pain? Of course, because there's times where he gets disemboweled,
Physical pain.
slashed, loses fingers, eaten alive by the rabbit, stuff like that.
Pain. He
In
goes
terms
through
of
more mental
emotional damage,
pain.
it's Guts easily.
It's really not. It's really not.
Emotionally?
It's not. Just because you think he just tanked some of this shit?
No, I'm saying
No.
like emotionally. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like Guts went through more emotionally.
No, he did not.
Wow.
Hey, man.
No, he
you-
did not. And I love Guts. I've
I'll take
seen
it.
both. Like I like how y'all asked Lonnie who's seen both, and I've seen both for both of
You already
these.
gave your answer. You said
So
you
so
said
look,
Subaru.
No, it's close. It's close.
It's
closer to
close,
what
but
you're
it's still
saying.
Subaru. It's close, but it's still Subaru.
Lonnie got a different opinion, bro.
That's
lying. It's all right, bro.
He saw both.
I think Guts peaks higher in terms of suffering. I think he peaks higher.
Oh man. Well, that's all for our gauntlet. Red rating. But with that said, we have our final segment. We are doing this new segment. I don't know if you guys know. It's called Read Your Scriptures. And this is us talking about manga. And we save it for the end. So for people who are not caught up, you don't have to like miss the entire episode. Like
I do have a Bleach thing. I guess you can call it Read Your Scriptures, but it kind of ties into it. But we can go ahead.
Okay, so let's go to the Read Your Scriptures segment and talk about some manga.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you say you had a Bleach thing.
Okay, so you saw it in the latest episode of Bleach when Yukitake is like making his like kind of final rounds, and you see the flashback, which I'm pretty sure is not in the manga, where like he tells Unohana goodbye, and then she's like, "I'm going before you." Then he's like, "I'll see you there," and they're referencing hell. Also, Kubo said that I'm guessing this might also be what the 12 minutes are. Kubo said that he wants to show when Yamamoto and Unohana met for the very first time. He wants to show that. And they were saying that when they were explaining the Soul King and how he protects them from the darkness. He's what separates them from the darkness. And if he dies, the three worlds die. But we know in Bleach, there's four worlds. There's Soul Society, Wake Mundo, Human World, and then there's Hell. So if he's protecting them from the darkness, that would reference he's protecting the rest of the worlds from Hell. Unohana and Yukitake, we both know from the Hell arc, they're in Hell in the Hell arc, resurrected. So people are saying that these are more Easter eggs for the Hell arc. I don't want to get my hopes up, but basically what Kubo's been referencing, adding with the added dialogue, he's referencing Hell multiple times. So people are wondering if we're finally actually going to start getting more Hell lore, because it doesn't make sense that what about Hell is so dangerous to the other three worlds. We don't know. We don't necessarily know. So he's opening up more doorways than there were previously with all this new information.
I'm locked in, man. Kubo doing Bleach justice. Okay. Can't wait for the new episode. I'm locked. But Read Your Scriptures is a new segment where we're going to be using this segment to talk about manga and manga spoilers in particular. We won't be talking about a whole bunch of manga. We try to talk with the big ones. Since this is the first segment, we have 3 manga on the docket that we got to talk about because they are pretty big. Boruto, One Piece, and Blue Lock, because we haven't talked about Blue Lock in a bit. So it's a Blue Lock episode, so might as well. So we'll start it off with One Piece. How are we feeling about Miles? You can start it off. Let's start off the One Piece talk.
Oda has this thing where he'll show us a silhouette of a character, and it imprints this kind of idea of your mind of what this character looks like, and then he completely blows us away with their like initial reveal. Other than Kaido, Loki might be the most badass nigga he's ever revealed, like in his manga. That dude looks fucking sick. But what's more striking to me is I think the only person who's garnered a similar reaction from Luffy is Blackbeard when he initially met him. That kind of tingly, unsure sensation, that very uneasiness that we don't see from Luffy too often. There's something very, very special about Loki. I would say more so than any other person he's like encountered. Very similar to Blackbeard. Oda's cooking. Those first couple of chapters that we've got with Elbaf, I really wasn't really interested with the whole block world, the toy type of design thing. But I think it's kind of moving us along. Elbaf looks incredible. I don't know what kind of preconceived notion I had in my head. It looks very war-torn and like tired. It's really bringing home that this was once a war battlefield land. Everybody here is a hitter. This isn't a game. This isn't a place for games. I'm excited for Elbaf now. I was a little underwhelmed at first, but I'm really, really excited, and I just want to see what Loki does now. Now I'm kind of thirsty. I'm horny for Loki. Pause. I need to see what he's gonna do. Chill out, Ty.
Okay. I did have a question for
Oh
you,
my
Miles.
God.
Yeah.
So, how strong do you think Loki is right now? 'Cause
Um,
my friend was saying like Kaido. He's probably like at Kaido's level or something like that.
I would agree. This could just be inside my head. At least in One Piece for sure. How he kind of layers the power ups. He'll introduce it. We'll kind of see Luffy use his power up and kind of be superior. Then we'll get an arc after that, or like a mini arc where we see him use it again. He's going through the ropes of it, using it a lot, kind of getting used to it. I think Loki's going to be the one that's going to actually put Gear 5 to the test. Not to say that we'll get something new, but he'll be able to hang with it for sure. It's not going to be something he's not going to get dominated by it by any means, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, they made it a point of reference to say a few things about Loki. Obviously, they needed the entire giant kingdom to take down Loki and chain him up. He has probably the most devastating devil fruit for giants. That's kind of interesting in its own right. That is like super OP. So well, I'm thinking maybe are we thinking mythical Zoan potentially? Mythical Zoan.
Something? Because he thinks he's the sun god. So I think he has to have something mythical.
And if we're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about Loki, there's like the snake, the world serpent that it could potentially tie into.
Jormungandr, that's the world
Yeah.
serpent.
Or
Fenrir.
wolf.
The wolf.
Fenrir.
Fenrir. So he could maybe he transforms to both, to be honest.
But you also see like his eyes, like they're gone, like how Odin gave up his eye for like all knowledge or whatever.
Mhm.
He also has an eye missing. So
This design is sick.
Nah, he's a savage, and like you said, he called himself the sun god, which is also very. Hey man, shout out Oda for bringing all these different myths. Like he went from Wano to a more Norse setting. Like
It's also interesting to see because it was in a very quick dialogue between those two giants we saw across the bridge. Not everyone believes that he deserves to be chained up and in prison like this. There's some people who actually think that he isn't a bad guy at all. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how all these different characters, including our Straw Hat crew, kind of interact with them. Because I do think, if not the next chapter, the chapter after, Luffy's going to free this guy. He's going to be free.
But the question is, will that be a bad thing? Freeing Loki. I mean,
Terrible.
I think it's gonna be a terrible idea.
Someone brought up like Oda dropped this chapter on like a similar episode of Loki.
No, so the variant that Loki is the same chapter that this Loki is.
11:30.
And Loki in the manga, and Loki in the MCU is a good guy. So
Let's not stretch it.
It took him a while to get there.
Let's not stretch it.
It did.
Got there though.
So interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting like this big Loki type character to kind of be introduced into One Piece. And also, didn't he try to like propose to Lola? Is it Lola?
Which that was weird because now I was like, from his silhouette, he looked chopped. Lola's kind of ugly.
Yeah.
This dude, he's not ugly. So what you doing, boss? Like, does political power mean that much to you? I don't know.
I mean, you can't see, so maybe, hey man, there's a lot. I'm here for it because I'm with you. The first couple chapters of Elbeth, I'm like, meh. I wasn't really feeling it. So
He also kind of, this is going to be the last thing I say, he mirrors Blackbeard in another way where the way they kind of obtained their devil fruit was kind of similar. They knew about it prior. They were kind of waiting for it to reveal itself or waiting for their chance to get it. In Blackbeard's case, the chance revealed itself. In Loki's case, he got tired of waiting. Blackbeard killed his crewmate and captain. Loki killed his dad. So, kind of similar thing. They sought out this legendary devil fruit. They got it, but, at what cost?
killed Odin.
Yeah. Oh, and
no, his dad's name is King Harold, not Odin.
Oh, okay.
And a few things. Oda said before that once Luffy meets a guy with an eye patch,
Saw that.
things are gonna get going in the story. Things are gonna start rolling. He said he specifically did not put pirates with eye patches in the story because that's like just an iconic thing for pirates. And he said he did that on purpose. He said so once you finally see the person with the eye patch, that's when you know things are gonna start changing. And also,
Is he wearing an eye patch?
Is
Or
this
is
eye patch or is this bandages? That's what I was
Yeah,
going to ask you, Lonnie. Do you think this is the eye patch guy? I feel like the eye patch is just the one eye arg versus the double bandage.
I have to see another picture. Like maybe it might be. It would make sense if it would make sense if he's the eye patch guy. It would make sense. But he also said that in terms of the Elbaf arc, he's had ideas for Elbaf since he was a kid.
Yeah.
So like there are things that he's had like for 50 plus years now that he's been waiting for Elbaf to put into the story. So like where it's like Travis Scott with freaking Utopia World or whatever, how he's like, yo, this is like my dream project. Elbaf is like his baby. Elbaf is like the things that he's been planning on since like the beginning concepts of One Piece. Things are supposed to be happening in Elbaf. So I have high expectations for this arc. Because Oda doesn't like laze things to the extent that he has with Elbaf before they come out. So
what do we think about the thing about Luffy and the X on his arm that they're making a big deal out of?
I don't fucking know. It had me go back and actually look. I was like, was it there before? And I just never saw it. I didn't see it before. I don't know what the hell that could mean.
Yeah, that was such a random thing. Like his X. I don't know. Didn't they say something about it moving too on his body?
I know they made emphasis on his hand being blurred out, but the X was visibly clear. Oda made a purpose of them having that dialogue be bolded. I don't know what this dude's cooking, bro.
Man, Oda.
Last question for Miles. Random was there because me and my boy Jones were arguing about this. Did Luffy no diff Doflamingo or low diff him?
You want me to be honest or you want me to lie?
Whatever one I like best.
Whatever one you like best. Luffy struggled. It was a competitive fight. The real answer, Luffy dog walked him.
You motherfucker.
It was literally like I kid you not. It literally mirrors what Goku could have done to Majin Vegeta if Goku didn't have respect for Vegeta. Doflamingo had no answer to Gear 4. None.
I was saying because the fact that like he needed to recharge his hockey and stuff like that, it wasn't like no like super low. It wasn't like no low diff type situation because like he needed a recharge.
I'll give that to you if you want to add that to the context. Sure, but the moment Gear 4 is on, Dofi has no answer. And the anime does a good job of making it look fair because in the manga there wasn't no power struggle. There wasn't no everybody cheering Luffy's name. That nigga punched that nigga, packed him up, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that you can say, mid diff Luffy versus Doflamingo, but Gear 4 versus Doflamingo is a no diff. Like he straight.
Yeah, if you talk about the whole fight, I don't think it's a low diff. You talk about the whole fight.
Mid. The whole thing is mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
But when the Cross Guild break into Impel Down.
Because Lonnie, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind, Lonnie. He had Snake Man too.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He had a whole nother form he still didn't use.
I just think, hey, Dofi's coming back, and it's gonna be a problem. I just think it's gonna be a problem with.
I mean, is it?
All of the niggas that Luffy beat teaming up.
Yeah, what is Dofi really? At this point, Dofi will get dog walked by Law. He will get dog walked by Kid.
He don't stand a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what he.
Power coming.
You get
give him a boo.
Would he get dog walked by Sanji? Low key.
Probably.
That's what I'm saying. Sanji might put him in the shirt, bro.
Walk him down. Jinbei might give him some trouble. I'm not going to
cap. Now stop.
Jinbei might give him some trouble.
Give Jinbei water. Dog walking him.
Over with.
Give Jinbei. Oh, shut up.
Hey, Ty, what you think about this recent One Piece chapter?
So it's kind of crazy that I am not caught up. I am 5 chapters behind. So I just finished Egghead, about to transition. Like they just left, I think. But I did see the leaks, and I saw that design of Loki. It looks tough. I'm missing some context, but the design looks fire. I'm excited because my biggest thing is like Oda has all these secrets, probably some of the best secrets in manga, and I'm just ready for. I'm ready to learn, bro. Like I'm really like, give me this lore, bro. Like stop playing with me.
And he's just adding secrets, bro.
Yeah, like I mean, he's a master at his job. He does it until gonna keep revealing secrets to the end of the story, which I think is fire. But I'm about to break it to Oda's. I'm about to break it to Oda's office, bro. Like,
Yo, let me come along. 2-man mission. I'll be the lookout.
Right, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm about to break into his office and steal that manuscript, bro. Like, come on, man. Also, it's not the recent chapter. Like, it's a chapter I just read. Yo, did Shanks blow that nigga up, bro? Like, I was like, wait. Now, here's the thing, right? I was thinking, was that like a little bit of misdirection? Is he trying to like play with us? Like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? It looked a little too. The way it happened, I just feel like Oda. That's a little bit of misdirection. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not exactly as it appears. Or maybe he did blew the nigga up. But I don't know.
I mean, I don't think they're dead. If that, I don't think
I
they're.
don't think they're dead, but just the fact they blew them up, bro, like it's crazy.
It was Yasop. It wasn't Shanks. It was Yasop. Yasop was like, you know what?
I mean, Shanks' crew. You feel
Yeah.
like?
No, I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was just like, what?
Speaking of Yasop, I'm gonna ask a question for everybody. Who wants to put stocks in Usopp being a strong character in this arc? Miles putting stocks in Usopp.
I am.
I got Usopp stocks.
Lonnie's putting stocks in
This is the
Usopp.
last chance. If he doesn't power up now,
Lonnie, literally, this is supposed to be his arc. This is the culmination of everything he wanted. If it doesn't happen here, it's not happening.
Okay, I feel that. All right. Well, we'll see. We will see. Sauce put his stocks in Usopp. We'll see. Let's move on to the next manga. Boruto had a chapter also this recent Sunday. At this point, there's some reveals from Boruto. Confirmed it Shinki, of course, with the Gaara situation. And Kawaki and Boruto are going to team up again. How are we feeling about this recent chapter?
how much more can Code lose in terms of aura?
Oh yeah,
How much more can
done.
you take from this man? How much more can you take from a character? Like Jesus Christ!
Now he got one arm.
I'm not cop on Boruto. Code is still around,
Yeah.
and he's still like losing.
And he
aura?
just got bitched.
So what happens, Ty, is he's chilling along with the Otsutsuki tree things that he made because they kind of, in a way, they kind of respect him because he gave life to them, right?
Mhm.
But this episode, he kind of decides to stand up to him. They just clean cut that nigga's arm off, and they're like, "Listen, you want the chakra fruit? Do what we say, and we'll think about giving it to you. We'll heavily consider it."
Dang.
And that's where he's at now. He's on a mission.
No, they
You know something interesting? Because I do remember when the Boruto was waiting for Boruto fans were waiting for the anime, like to get some manga canon content. Like, yo, the code arc. Once the code arc comes, they were hyping it up. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
what makes it worse is that they didn't just blow his arm off. He tried to control their bodies to make them attack themselves, and they just blew their own limbs off, and then they just cut his arm off. They're like, yeah, now what?
I want to investigate this code, fella.
Code
I
went from a
With your
minion.
time, Ty.
Code went from a minion to supposedly supposed to be like the boss guy to a minion again. Like I've never
In the brand new tree
I
monster,
agree.
brand new tree monster that's like 5 minutes old was like, yo, when he comes back, he's annoying. Can I kill them?
I have
Can
a question.
kill them?
Lon-
Well,
Lonnie.
yeah, if you want to.
Go ahead, Ty.
No, go ahead, Miles. Go ahead.
Lonnie, I was gonna say, in general, as far as all of the tree monsters we've seen, he's definitely the most advanced on Earth. Definitely, he was able to quickly identify who he wanted to relate with. The way he uses abilities is crazy. He's almost like Crocodile in a way that he controls.
Your mic's like fading, Miles.
No, it's still kind of it's kind of low still.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're like he's definitely more advanced. Now I'm wondering like if like just the more tree monsters that come out, are they just gonna be becoming more and more advanced? That'll be interesting.
Do I still sound bad?
No,
Now
you
you-
good, you're good, you're
Nice.
good.
No, but no, Code was just bad. Like he was just minding his business, and the guy's like, "Who is this bitch?" And he's like, "You guys need to show me more respect." And then they're like, "Oh, well, you gave us free will." And then he's just like, "Oh, I need to teach you guys a lesson." And then they cut his arm off.
He grabs him by his head and literally, like, Ty, he's hiding inside of this orb. The nigga literally grabs him by his head just after being born and rips that nigga out, holding him by his head.
It's
Wait,
like, who are you?
I have a question. What's like the most notable thing Code has ever done? Like, what's the coldest thing, or like? Because like every time, because here's the thing, right? There's this wave of me expecting. I do plan to eventually like go through Boruto. People are like, oh, the code arc is it, and then every time I hear about code, it's like it's something lame. Apparently, like I just try to figure out what's the best
Did he
thing.
do anything badass? I'm trying to think. Like, did he do anything badass?
I mean, when he was initially revealed and he was scrapping with Boruto and Kawaki, and he was kind of dog walking him, he seemed cool. And then learning how he was like a failed vessel who somehow still managed to hold on to the power, that was pretty cool. But then outside of that, now Boruto fodderized them, the tree monsters fodderized them. Nobody respects dude.
Yeah, and Quaki's about to get a power up. He's about to foderize him too.
I don't like the Kawaki power up thing though.
Yeah, the fact that his powers are getting limited.
Yeah, it's just gonna be. Let me just turn the dial up, and your
Fact.
powers are gonna be greater. I'm not really. I don't fuck with that too much.
Yeah, but I mean, Kawaki needed it. Boruto, Kawaki. I mean, everybody else is kind of irrelevant. So it's going to be 2v6, 2v. I guess. What's his name? What's Jiraiya's clone's name?
Oh, Kashin Koji.
Kashin Koji. I guess he might be relevant.
Also, like, it's just more evidence that Amato is probably gonna end up being the final villain. Like, he just keeps on hiding shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll see. Do we think they're gonna do another time skip? Because Kwaki's gonna have to get stronger and everything.
The way they worded it, it just literally seems like I guess Kawaki's gonna confront Amado, and then however that conversation goes about, he's gonna remove the limiter. Well, he's gonna reverse the regenerative abilities because apparently those are overtuned because he doesn't want Kawaki to die for whatever reason, and then he's gonna up the offensive capabilities. So whatever that looks like, that's what's gonna happen.
How do we feel about the Mitsuki Momoshiki? He's supposed to not be able to do anything to Boruto, but apparently Boruto can't even use his karma now.
That is weird.
Momoshiki?
That is, it doesn't, like, it's one of the things that's just not written well because, like, they clearly stated after that whole first ordeal, like when he went on a rampage, that when like he had to pour his DNA into Boruto's body to save him, therefore he can't take him over anymore. And then you see him taking over Boruto again. So it doesn't, I don't know, because I really remember rereading that like 5 times. He said, "Hey, I had to save your life, and so I had to like go into your body. Now I can't take you. Now I can't just overwrite. I can't overwrite you anymore."
Was that when he fought Boro, or was that after?
That was after.
When did they establish that?
Kawaki put the hole in Boruto's chest.
Because what I'm trying to figure out is I remember they were also saying when he uses the karma to absorb chakra, if he has too much, that's also when Momoshiki can make an appearance as well. And draining the chakra is a way to get him to go away.
Well, I think because like in the final confrontation, like before everything kind of went bad, like Lonnie's referring to like Momoshiki saying that he had to do something in particular.
Yeah,
Kawaki put the hole in his chest, and we all thought, and the people thought like, oh, Kawaki just killed Boruto.
Yeah,
he saved. I'm trying to find like the chapter where it says.
And I think I know what you're talking about. He was like 99% of the genetic DNA transferred, but that there's going to be that remaining 1%, and because that's there, I'm not going to be able to fully control you. I remember a little of that dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Momoshiki could have been lying to Boruto about not being able to take him over.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I never liked I was just lying. I mean, I'm not feeling that. And I mean, Boruto being this broken, not being able to control his karma, I mean, he's gonna become even more broken. So is Kawaki. Like these two guys, they're gonna be disgusting.
It's crazy to think too. We haven't even gotten to Boruto's ocular power yet. We still don't know when that's gonna come into play.
The Jogan.
Yeah,
it's gonna. We'll see. I think Lonnie's looking that up. While he's looking that up, the last thing, has everybody caught up with Blue Lock?
I am not.
Yeah, I just caught up recently. Random, you caught up with Blue Lock?
I'm a chapter behind. I just haven't had a chance to read.
Wait, Miles,
like-
how far behind are you?
Maybe like 5 chapters.
There's quite a
4
few
or 5.
spoilers. There's
Yeah,
quite
I
a few
don't
spoilers
know
that
if I'm
happen.
spoiler or not, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Miles is taking that off. Random, do you know anything about? I want to make sure he's not getting spoiled too. Do you know anything about Noel's true objective? Do you know anything about that?
No, then I might be more chapters back. So I'll mute you guys
And
too.
you're gonna have to me too, because we gotta talk about it.
Give me
Blue Lock started heating up with the recent stuff that happened with Julius and Noel. I'm not gonna lie, I'm locked. So what do we think about Asagi being the side character?
It didn't surprise me at
I
all.
like it. I like it.
I'm like, it's personally, and it's gonna sound like hate, but it's kind of like about time. Like to see Isagi getting kind of knocked down a peg, I'm like, I kind of needed that at that point. Yeah, I mean, I like my favorite part about the chapter was Kaiser's conversation with Noel, realizing that through his evolution and his growth and seeing how he's pretty much evolved, it's been Noel's plan the entire time. I was like, wow.
Yeah, to advance Kaiser. I think this was so good that Asagi's finally hitting that physical limit that we've been kind of waiting for. Shout out Lewis, $2 super chat. Our boy, on behalf of us, thank you for your work you put in. Appreciate you, my boy. Keep up the work over there on your end. Become a wrestler. Don't be a Ricochet. But nah, I really like this, and I hope this definitely turns into a moment where we're gonna see Asagi train, and this struggle is gonna put him at a level that I'm like more willing to accept, because like I said, I was kind of struggling with the idea that he was like overcoming, beating Kaiser and Rin. But now Rin, to be fair, I think Asagi, similar to Yuji, did a great job as a plot device, to be honest, for the purposes of this story, to propel Rin and Kaiser's growth. And now they're at a level just too high for Asagi. So if Asagi just comes around next chapter and just overwhelms both of them, I'm gonna lose it. But nah, this was fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm lost, and especially the fact that Noel's turning on him, and Julius is now interested because he wants to see what Rin can do. There's a lot of great elements right now.
Yeah, and it's such a crazy turn for Noel, because he's been like this mentor, this person that's been like guiding, everybody. Like he seems like a team guy, and all along he's like one of the most selfish characters over there, because he's literally building people just so he can go against them and beat them. Pretty much.
It's selfish though.
It's selfish for sure. It's selfish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's perspective, because it depends on how you look at it. Because his whole thing is about winning, and if he feels like he's the best way to win, then why not make everybody better around you so that you have a better chance of winning?
More than winning, I think it's him. It's more supremacy. Like he literally just wants to be the best, so he's gonna build up anybody, regardless of who it is on his team, on someone else's team. Is like, okay, now that you're built up, let me show you that I'm better than you.
Yeah,
At least that's how I'm interpreting.
It sounds perfect to me.
That's selfish.
Ty, what's your thoughts of the recent Blue Law chapters?
I'm starting to think that this might be the midpoint of Blue Lock, because a lot of times there are midpoints, and I could be wrong, but a lot of times it's like this revelation where the MC protagonist begins to understand the full scope of the world. Like, for example, in JJK with Shibuya, like, when after the Shibuya incident, Kenjaku is explaining his plans, like the protagonist is becoming aware of the full threat that they're facing. You know, there are other things that linger in the background. They're becoming more aware, and it's like a turning point of like no return. This could be that point for Isagi, and not this, which leads me to believe they actually might lose this game. Don't know for sure, but that leads me to believe that if he were to lose, but then or just become fully aware of the competition, like he fully understands like there's this wall of talent that I cannot overcome that I'm currently at. I just can't overcome it. So I think it's pretty good. But that means that Blood's probably going for a long time. Use that midpoint directly in the middle. So we probably got like another 200 or so chapters left of Blue Lock, which is kind of crazy. But I think it's good. I think we're getting an interesting Isagi conflict that I'm excited about. So
no, I'm with you. I think this is a good midpoint. And even if they win, like it won't be because of Isagi, right? It would be because of Kaiser and Noel potentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a crazy moment for Noel talking about how he, Isagi being the side character, and no manga talk for Chainsaw Man, Hunter x Hunter, bro. I'm not reading Hunter x Hunter. I'm not gonna lie, yo, I can't read that manga, bro. I can't. Chainsaw Man. I mean, we maybe next episode. Maybe next episode we can talk about Chainsaw Man, but not for today.
So, I found the chapter with the whole Otosuki thing. So what happened was that 82% of the karma was dissolved into Boruto's body, but the last 18% Momoshiki had to use to fix his organs and tissues, which means it was made it impossible for him to overwrite his body and resurrect as Momoshiki. However, since he's still in there, he has to settle for now trying to possess Boruto's body instead of rewriting Boruto's body. So he can possess his body, kind of like Sukuna, I guess, but he can't become Momoshiki himself.
And the possession, is that where the chakra and stuff comes into play? Like the levels?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna accept that. But Blue Lock is cooking, Boruto, it's getting into interesting elements. One Piece cooking per usual. A lot of good manga for this week for Read Your Scriptures. Any other manga before we wrap up? We got 31 people in here.
Chainsaw Man, to keep it quick, I do like the fact that they're like in another dimension. So like that's interesting. I wonder, because I don't see exactly how, especially if they can't access their powers, how they're gonna end up beating the Age Devil. I don't see how that can happen yet. So that'll be interesting. But Chainsaw Man is cooking. They've been cooking the last few months, so it's definitely getting interesting.
Brandon, you're muted.
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
I just want the War Devil to keep her hands to herself.
Oh my fucking god! All right, next topic.
No. You can't skip over this.
Oh my god! Next topic.
No. I'm not even trying to be nasty. This is my problem. Okay, right now the War Devil's going through this stuff. Denji's literally having an existential crisis. What is her answer to try to move anything? The dude's laying on the ground crying.
All right.
Oh,
that was not me.
That wasn't me either. That was all.
I don't have that power to do
me
that.
and Ty don't have that control.
We don't have that control.
We're avoiding that. We are
No, all right. I'll send them back.
Crash out online, you random. Get them.
We are avoiding that.
I don't know. I don't like it when you do that, Lonnie. No, Lonnie, please listen. Listen to me. I don't like it when you do that. Because it's crazy how, especially with certain characters that match your aesthetic, you just let them get away with stuff. The War Devil's done it twice.
This is the pot calling the kettle black. This is literally the pot calling the kettle black.
Lonnie, stop and listen. If you're trying to question me about certain characters I like, I'm gonna call crap on that.
Is this argument ever gonna die?
No.
Random. Stay with me. Random. Stay with me. Yo.
How did we get here?
I don't know what happened. I said, Lonnie, you making random crash out. I just read.
I made him crash out. I said we should not talk about this, and now he's crashing out.
$2 super chat, 2 the perfect time crash out random.
Hey, I just got to talk about this.
I just caught up with the Chainsaw Man manga. I mean, to think about the War Devil and Asa in particular is like the War Devil is corresponding with Asa's emotions, and also the War Devil does not know how to act. I'm not gonna lie. So honestly, I mean, this is just parkour. This is Chainsaw Man. I don't know what you expect. I don't know. This is Chainsaw Man's a series that has crazy stuff, weird stuff happen in the manga. It's par for the course. It's like reading that manga about that guy that wants to get revenge on everybody that Lonnie likes, and not expecting some crazy revenge kills in there. I'm like, bro, this is what you expect. This is the manga you're reading. It is what it is.
I have one question regarding this. When Orihime was about to leave the Wakamundo, did anyone crash out about it?
Just let it go.
When Orihime was saying goodbye to Ichigo.
The difference, obviously, is there's a situation earlier.
This should be after the show.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you.
After the show, not on the pod.
All I ever said was I want the War Devil to keep her hands to herself.
That's fine.
That's all I ever said.
That's fine.
We'll have this conversation again after the show, and you know my problem with you. That would you always do this?
Oh my God. Next manga. Next manga.
Oh, man. By the way, the Inferin. Fine, I'm just going to the next manga. Inferin, the gang's back together, and that's all I'm gonna say. The gang's back together. Furin's fucking cooking again, like it always is, and the gang's back together.
Shout out, man. Couple manga that I want to shout out for the new manga. Hopefully they don't get axed. Ichi the Witch. I thought this was going to be cringe. I think it's been pretty good so far for what it's been. And obviously you got a brown skin queen as a main character, so a lot of people are going to love Descarosa. She's a badass. That's all you got to know. She's
bad name.
It's like Deska. It's a long name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But she's top tier, obviously. People are gonna love her. You know what I'm saying? She's like super strong, but she's kind of like socially inept. She doesn't know how to interact with people properly. But she's like the strongest witch. So this is her pouting because they're getting all friendly, and then the demon monster is like, you feeling left out, and then she crashes out. Next chapter, right there. She crashes out saying, "Let me join in."
Yeah.
Nice. This one's a good one. This is a good one. Shinobi Undercover. It's okay. I mean, it's always interesting when the shy kid who looks like he sucks at everything turns on the badass switch and then becomes an absolute savage. So not bad so far. Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi, solid so far. And yeah, hopefully some of these manga do not, die. And of course, Wild Strawberry, cook it for you. Shout out Wild Strawberry.
Are you caught up on Kagurabachi, Ty?
Yep, I just read it today.
What do you think of the latest chapter?
I think it was tough. First of all, the art. The fashion has been getting so good. It looks cinematic, bro. And then that antagonist that pulled up, I think we have to get some deaths, bro. Like some real deaths on the hero side, so they can because the villains are trying to get the enchanted blades, and the thing that they did was that how the enchanted blades work, only one person can technically wield it and use its power at a time. And if you have a contract to the enchanted blade, the only way to free up that contract has to be you have to die. So I'm assuming that some of the characters that have contracts with these enchanted blades on the hero side are probably going to die, so that villains can use them. So might get some major deaths soon.
Wait, Trent, why did Nightbot delete Trent's message?
They said you want to dance?
It deleted Trent's super chat, bro. Yo, Nightbot tripping, bro. I gotta change it.
That's crazy.
Nightbot tripping. All right. With that said,
one more thing before we wrap up. Has anybody read Hunter x Hunter? The new stuff?
I have not caught up.
Do it. No.
I haven't read the latest chapter. I read the last two.
I read the last two as well. Lonnie, in summation, I need to reread this whole arc again. There's too fucking much going on.
There's so much, bro. Yo, Ty will defend writers till they die. When I told him, there's way too many paragraph bubbles on a page, he's like, oh, thanks. He's like,
Oh damn!
Like, it's just I might have to take notes. There's just a lot of information to absorb. Like with every page, there's just a lot happening. I'm still fucking with it though.
No, it's
arc,
great, but it's just like information overload, bro.
I don't think this arc is going to end how people think it's going to end though. I think we might see a lot more casualties than we do positivity. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, for sure, I agree. So,
I don't know. He needs to really chill on the like pace yourself, bro. Pace yourself, please.
yeah, all of a sudden he decided to want to make a weekly manga. I'm like, okay.
I mean, Togashi is on his last legs, bro. Like he trying to just get it out, bro. He trying.
Hey, yo, you better go tell AI, hey, help me with Hunter x Hunter. Help me.
No, but Ty, I really feel like he needs to like fix how much information he's putting on it.
Yeah, I would say like like a lot of times final pages are like these splash pages of like they not these crazy cliffhangers. I would say 20 text bubbles for our last page is a bit absurd. That's kind of crazy.
He's writing whole dissertations.
Yeah, that's a little too much. A little too much.
Crazy. Also, shout out. So the poll is in. So the winner of which is better anime phrase. 52% said Bankai. Bankai won. 48% said Kamehameha. It literally went down to the wire.
Sometimes bad guys win, man.
And sometimes the right answer is the right answer, man. The truth shall set you free, man. Anything else before we wrap up?
Now I want to wrap us up. I do want to talk about Chainsaw Man, but we gotta do it after the show. I actually like enjoyed the chapter. Like it was actually fire.
That was a great chapter.
I think it was solid. I just read it real quick.
It was great until the end. Till the end.
Brandon, you the best, Brandon. You the best.
Rendell, wrap it up, Rendell. Wrap it up.
All right. Well, with that said,
Until the end.
with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you tuning into today's podcast episode. Went really smoothly. All the new segments are good, of course. But with that said, we appreciate y'all. Tune in next Tuesday, 9 p.m. EST for another podcast episode. Never miss one. Subscribe, like, turn noti bells on, and of course, become a member. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for today. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Take care and peace.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Black Sensei Society podcast. With that said, make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn a notification bell on so you never miss any content we like to drop. We want to do as much as possible. And if you want to join the community, you can also go to our Discord, go to our Linktree, and be a part of it. We have a lot of great conversations in there. And we're doing a lot of fun things in there. Events, getting your opinions for content and videos, tournaments where we have cash prizes. So make sure you guys join the Discord and rate it 5 stars for the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We really do appreciate you as we continue on our grinds. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed. You have a good one. Peace.